Yes, of course. Are we recording?
We are recording.
All right. We are recording. And Michael Mogollon, we're going to give you some gifts. Here's some beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's a Dale's hat and a Dale's shirt.
Yes. Yes. Shout out to Dale's. The one thing I've literally like, it's like combo of 5-year-old stuff, like a little slap.
No way.
Did you get one of those for your van?
Hilarious.
That's a
So
nice
I'll
gift.
give you one of those too afterwards. But Michael Mogollon.
Yes, sir.
Did I say it right?
Mogollon.
Mogollon. We've been talking about doing this podcast for a long time.
Yeah. The story of a good friend of mine coming to America from Bogota, Colombia. I've heard the story personally like once or twice, and I've overheard you saying it to people, and it's an amazing story. It's like a movie. So
Well, a bunch of people have say like I should write a book or film
do a
it and
podcast.
do a podcast. I've been saving it for so long for this podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, and then
I haven't shared it to nobody.
we have been talking about it for a long time, so I'm glad you finally made it.
but before we drop in, we can
I just realized I just want to move this light just a little bit. I realized it was a little off center right here.
if you don't know who Michael Mogollon is, check out his Instagram. He has some videos and stuff. You've had a hurt wrist for a little bit, but the guy's an all-around killer. He's going to heal up, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. You can still ride, right? But it's just kind of almost feels like a bad sprain. It's just been bugging you for a minute now.
Yeah, since like honestly, I broke my scaphoid when I did that hanger over.
Yes,
Since
when I was
then.
filming with Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Since then, it's been like a travel. Like it heals up, and I go back again into like a weird chapter, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to get better, and I get better, then again, like down. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, what's wrong with this?
Yeah,
You know,
because like today you're riding and I forget you're even hurt. you
Yeah.
know? But then I'll see you land hard or flat, and then you can't ride for
I can't.
a week or two.
And it's kind of
been like
mentally.
that for a long time.
It's been like, yeah, it's been a minute. And I've been like trying to go to the gym, TJ doctors, but nothing had worked yet. So it's just,
we can play his Welcome to Horror.
Yes, I love this video. Michael hasn't filmed very much videos. He's like a real life guy. When I watch you ride in real life, I'm like, you're talent. You're an animal. But you planned on filming some videos, like you were getting into filming, and then the wrist thing. So once you get that healed up,
yeah,
be
once
back on
I get it figured out, it's just, it's still
so good. This is
working
just
on
point a camera at him while he's riding. You ask Michael what he's gonna do, and he's like, just follow me.
Yeah, I can't.
And right before COVID too, he started like winning the qualifiers into the pro cups and making the pro finals and all that. So COVID, another one of the guys that COVID kind of slowed down the train, but
yeah,
he's got plenty left in the engine, that's for sure.
When did you come to America the first time?
Well, the first time was in 2016.
Okay.
Then
Should we start the story?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just jump right into it, because I feel like, so is this like I mean, I guess
The story's amazing.
2016 as like as just a visitor.
I came to compete
Okay.
at the Trans Jam in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was in Colombia. Look at this. So I was down there, and one of my homies, Christian Baron, he was here living in North Carolina. Then I hit him up. I was like, yo, I got my visa. Can I go compete? And he's like, yeah, come to this jam. It's going to happen this day. And I was like, oh, really? All right. If I figure out everything, I bought my ticket. And right before I was like flying, I got my bike stolen. I was like, no way, my bike. What am I gonna do up there without my bike? I just got it stolen right next to my house. I was like, just literally pedaling in the middle of the day. I was like, just put in my AirPods, and I'm like, I'm just gonna cruise and say bye to my homies. I'm about to fly. So I was like really stoked, but at the same time, when that happened, it really like shocked me, and I was like, oh, I need my bike. And this literally like a kid got on my way. I was like pedaling the sidewalk, and this kid jumped in the walk side, and I was like, yo, this kid, and he literally was like trying to like stop my bike,
Get in your way.
Get in my way.
Yeah.
He like,
So this is after you got your bike stolen?
that was like before taking my flight. Like I bought my tickets, and I was ready to like come here and compete. And I was like, all right, this happened. Like, like this kid out of nowhere, he just steals my bike.
Oh, this is the story.
So he jumped in front of you, like one of those, like, you know, you see those like street things where it's like they do the
I'm like, really?
block you and then steal something.
Before like flying here a little.
So he robbed your bike.
He robbed my bike.
Yeah.
Like right when he jumped in front of my bike, I was like trying to get away, and I turned around. It was like 3 guys with a knife, like gnarly knife. Yo, get out your bike, dude. Get out your bike. I'm like, all right, it's all yours. And I start like grabbing it and kind of like dragging it into the street. And it was like a kind of like a highway, but it was like a bunch of traffic, middle of the day, a cop right there. And I was like, dude, can you help me? Help me. And I was like, and they weren't doing nothing. And the knife was like, the guy was like probably 3 times he tried to like hit me. And I was like, yo, okay, it's all yours. Yeah. I fell down. I was like in the middle of the street with a bunch of cars. A lot of people were looking at me. I'm like, what? Can anybody just help me? It was insane. Like literally I was like, what? My bike, a cop? All right, my bike is gone, and start going that way. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna follow these guys. I'm following them. So I start like following them, and I grab like a huge stick, and I was like, all right, I got it. And I tried to act that I was with the cop. I'm like, okay, you grab it over there, I will grab it right here. And it was like a metal house. So like I hit it so hard that it made like this weird noise. It was like super loud. Boom. And I was like, yo, you grab it over there, I will grab it right here. And my bike was like, right when I turned the house, my bike was right here, and the guys were running. So like I grabbed that stick and I literally like throw it like this. Boom. And like right here, I hit him. I remember I saw him. Oh my God. Boom.
Is this the kid you hit? The guy, the initial kid who knocked you off the sidewalk? And
the other guys were like running because they were the cop right there. So they thought that was the cop with me.
Yeah.
But when the cop was just that close to you, not helping.
Not helping at all.
Insane.
And I was just, I was just lucky. I saw my bike and I grabbed my bike and I started pedaling. I'm like,
oh, you got
my bike.
Yeah, you got
it. I got it back. And I was like, by the cop, and I told the cop, really, dude? Like, really? I called him out. I was like, yeah, dude, can you, like, you were hooking them up. Like, can you help the people? Like, what the hell?
So cops are armed in Colombia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that was kind of like weird, you know, like never saw some situation like that. I thought the cop will help me, but he didn't. So I called him out. And a lady was selling some chorizos there, and she's like, "Oh, mijo, you should go. You should go home. Take it as a like that was applause. Like you didn't get hurt. Like go home. They're gonna hurt you. Go home.
Yeah, because they're gonna go get somebody else. And
And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like pedaling to my friends. I was super stuck. I'm like, yo, dude, like this happened. They're like, really? Let's go look for them. And so we jump into a van. And we started looking for trouble, but we couldn't find them. And thank God it didn't happen. So right there, let's leave it there. So I got my bike back like 5 days before my trip or a week before. So
at this point in your life, what would you have done if the bike did get stolen? Would you have even had an opportunity to get a dialed bike for the contest?
I was riding for Fero, like a distro for Fero.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So like it was like literally like a fresh bike. That couldn't happen to me. Like,
but probably not like easily replaceable.
No, not like that. Especially in a week. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, it was not meant to be.
Is stuff like that common back home? Like yeah.
Like I'm used to like the city, but not at the daytime. Like usually I just pedal 5 blocks and I turn around just to see who's around.
Yeah.
If it's like 2 guys in a bike and another dude on normal bike, like mon bikes. So like 2 guys on a bike and the other guy in one bike, and he's the guy who's leader, and he will like catch you, and the other guy.
So it's so common. It's like the routine.
My first bike got stolen like that. I was like sitting with my homie and he was pedaling around, and out of nowhere, boom, two bikes and 2 more in one bike, and they
one jumps off.
Jump off. And they're like, you got your phone. So I put my phones in my balls, like, like right before, because I knew that were going to happen. Yeah. Like, oh, put it right there. No phones. Check it out. I don't have phones. And they're like, okay, you good. All right, let's go. I'm like, okay.
How many times have you been robbed?
That was the first bike. then since then, I have to save for like a whole year. My mom would like give me like a little money for school, then I save up. Then
The first bike took a year to get a new one.
yeah, and that was a BMX bike.
Yeah.
That was actually like they want to like push me into BMX. So that's how like I got in.
Crazy.
So, all right, you got your bike back, and now the trip's happening.
Now the trip happening.
First trip.
Yeah. So I flew.
2016.
Yeah, 2016. So I went to
Not a word of English yet.
no, still struggling, but
Nah, you're good. You're amazing.
Doing good.
yeah,
We had a
Yeah.
friendship of sign language in the beginning. And that was when you already were. That was
I
way
know.
after 2016.
that was hard.
Yeah.
Hard days, but yeah, good days.
Always knew
Good
you were
time.
cool without language.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to Trans Jam, I remember, and I saw Brian Fox like riding crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 10 feet out, flare bars. I was like, wow, this guy is amazing. And same with Justin Dowell. I compete with them. And I was like, wow, these guys are amazing. And somehow I got second. Like Brian Fox got first. I got second. And Justin Dowell got third. And I was just, impressed that how the level was here. So I was like, wow, this is so cool, so fun. This is what I wanted to do, like ride bikes. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. So the next day happened third jumps. Oh no, first was third jumps. Then I got third in third jumps. I don't remember who got first and second.
So there was another contest the next
It was
day?
like the same trans.
Probably Brian Fox and Justin Dowell.
Yeah. I don't remember. Like honestly, it's just been a minute.
Whatever.
But
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
yeah. So like I remember it was like third jump. So I got third. And the biggest one, it was park. I got second. And the strict one, I got first.
Oh, wow.
So it was like 3 days of like contest.
Yeah.
And I didn't even went to hang out with the boys. I still feel bad because they wanted to drink, and like in the middle and the second day. And I was just so focused, broke, no money. I was just with my mindset of like, I need to go through this.
That's
Because
fine.
were they paying
Yeah.
people every day?
What?
At the contest, were they giving prize money?
Yeah. Like when I got here, I have Colombian money. I
Mm.
didn't thought and like exchange my money. Like when I got here, it was like like $150. And I was like, really?
Oh, when you changed your Colombian money, you had 150 bucks?
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't
And you probably
have
started spending
money.
money and realizing that's going to go fast.
When I went to the Trans Jam, I didn't know I have to pay. So I went there. I thought it was free.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you have to pay. I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't have money. I'm like, I have Colombian money.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that's how I got here. I'm like, all right, I got to figure out. So I asked my friend, my buddy, Christian Baran, and he's like, I got you, bro. I'm going to go exchange some money for you so you can compete. I'm like, fuck yeah, thank you. So he did the whole thing while I was competing in dirt.
Yeah.
So like I got third and third and okay, second and first. Then at the end, I like collect $1,300.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, I don't know how many money
Yeah.
have something, I was like, wow, this is sick. Like now I can like do something.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So-
before $150, you'd be here for like 5 days, if that,
You're
So,
really good with your money.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to like, man, but I didn't know that was like, it went quick.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. Like once I have the money, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a GoPro.
Number one thing, get a GoPro.
Yeah.
It was really bad, but I did it. Like I felt that I needed it. Like I was like, I need a GoPro. I need to film my whole history. Like I'm going through this and nobody see this, so I need to film this.
Yeah.
That's how I was looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Then the second day, I remember when I got to US, my buddy was like, they were like, the first day they left me at their house, and it was so boring. Literally, it was like one of the boring day. I was like, dude, I need to get out of here. Like,
Whose house?
Christian Barolin house.
Okay,
It
this
was
is after
like,
the contest. You're staying at your friend's house.
yeah, that was the first day when I got here. So the second day I was like, yo, can I go work with you guys? Like I'll work so we can go ride. I wanted to go ride and explore the city.
Yeah.
Like
Did you have a one-way ticket to America at this point?
two.
So
no,
you
back
had
and
a-
forth.
How long were you planning on staying?
3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
did you do all 3 months in North Carolina?
No.
Oh, okay.
My plans changed. Well, I talked to Daniel Durs and he like, I remember we're like going back and forth, and he was like, yeah, we'll give you a room for 150. So I was planning on that, you know, like, okay, a mountain, 150. Okay.
A room at his house for 150
like
bucks?
a complex, DD sport. Like,
Oh, you could live at the...
Yeah, that's what we talk about. And whenever I came here, it was like, I never see him. He was just hiding. I'm like, oh, really?
Wait,
Okay, so what happened? Let's keep going with the on the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ended up doing work with the buddies.
Yeah. So like the second day that I came here, I ended up having this job like with them. Like I was just helping them without like getting into the job, you know, like I was just, let's go ride. I want to go ride, you know, I want to see Daniel there complex.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ride there. And like somehow the boss like saw me and he was like, do you need, like he was only English, obviously. So I was like in the translator on my phone, using my phone, like, it's cool if I can help. Like, and he's like, do you need work? I'm like, yeah, I'm down to work. I'm like, okay, go for it. I'm like, oh yeah, now I have a job. Then I was like competing. Then I got money right when I was competing. So I got a job right the second day that I got here. I was like, wow, I got a job. Fuck yeah. With this, I got it. You know, like that's why like I spend my money on the GoPro. So like I wanted to clear that. Like, so after that, the contest was gone, like done, all that. Then we went to, I met a guy through the Trans Jam, like whoever owns it. I believe it's Keith King. Keith?
Yeah, Keith King or Keith York?
No, Keith King. I'm pretty sure he owns the company of the Rams. And he like had chosen on New York. And he was like, he invited me. Like
box jump shows?
Yeah. He was like, you want to do a show? It's a monster show.
King BMX?
Keith King. I think that's...
No.
That's crazy how... I forgot this part of the story, but you go, you get $1,300 right away. You get a job right away, basically because you're like, I'm bored. You guys aren't riding all the time.
Yeah.
This guy.
And then you get invited to shows in New York.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
I got a show, like my first show in New York. So I was like blown away. Like, what is this? This is amazing.
And at the same time, still no English. You just came here like with a dream.
Oh, stop. Yeah. I came here. I was like, all right, that's how I'm doing it. Like, I was like in New York. It was such
So you went to New York?
Yeah.
How many days after the contest was this?
Like a week after.
Okay. So you worked for a week and then...
Yeah, I worked for a week. Then I went there and I did that show for like 3 days with everything paid off, you know, like it felt like a little vacation. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like, look, I'm in the biggest city. I never been in New York. I was just...
And you're getting paid for it already.
Yeah, I was just getting paid. I'm
sick.
like, wow, I'm riding my bike and this is awesome. You know, like, and okay, once it's done, I was like, okay, let's go back to reality. So I went back home. We like drove all the way there. Then I remember, I'm pretty sure I did it with Josh. No, that's not Josh. I can't remember names. I'm really bad at names. But all the boys, they were like, Josh Perry.
Josh Perry? Makes sense.
Yeah, he like, I think he had like a
brain tumor?
Yeah.
Josh Perry. Yeah.
Josh Perry. He's such a good human being. I couldn't even understand nobody, you know, like at this point I didn't know English. So it was really frustrating to see everybody talking to each other. And I was like, in between of them, I'm like, I was trying, you know, like, I want to hear what they're saying. I want to learn, like, what is this? Like, you know, but I was full energy. My body was full energy, but my mind was super tired. Like, I was like, by 5, I was like, I wanna sleep. Yeah. You know, but I will go to bed. I'm like, dude, I can't sleep. Like, I'm like, I have too much energy, but my mind is just so tired.
Just from trying to learn a new language.
Trying and the stimulation and everything being different. Yeah.
So anyways,
were you sessioning with all the boys though? At this point, you know Josh Perry, so you obviously like kind of know a scene. You're in North Carolina.
Yeah, that was North Carolina boys.
What part of North Carolina?
Raleigh.
Okay, so you're like a part of a scene.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like, honestly, like one of the cool locos. Then riding at Daniel there, so I went there a bunch of times.
And this is Daniel Dares offered you a room for $150 a month.
Yeah.
And then you never could find him.
Yeah.
Wait, so the room is at the park itself?
Yeah.
But is it,
that's how he told me, like, all right, like you're going to get this room for 150. And I was like, oh, because I remember I got to stop at the border. Like whenever I was coming for the first time, he was like, where are you going? 3 months.
Mhm.
Where are you going to stay? I'm like, I show the message. I'm like, it's here, Daniel Dares.
Oh,
I'm like,
I get it.
And they let me pass because of that. Otherwise, they will get me back.
Okay.
You know, like you don't have enough money, like to survive here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, dude, I talked to this dude. He owns this spot. Like he say like 150, so I'm going there.
Mhm.
You know, like, but it never happened. You know, I couldn't communicate with him probably, and it never happened. And he talks in Spanish, but it's just every time I'll go to the skate park, he will be there and bounce. You know, like I'm like, all right, I
Crazy.
can't. Yeah.
So you think he like overpromised, or you think maybe he didn't?
Is there even
maybe
rooms there that he rents out to people?
Yeah, I think he hooks.
I never heard of that.
Living there.
But,
It's
yeah.
crazy too, because if you would have lived there at this point, you were beating Justin Dowell. You know, like
Yeah.
Just I mean,
Yeah.
your life's amazing now, but thinking about
Yeah.
like if that room would have been open, you would have probably been like an Olympian.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
Justin's
yeah.
like one of
Yeah.
the best park rider.
I
contest
remember it was
riders
like
alive.
really cool to like ride with them. Anyway, like I rode with all the boys. Brand Fox, like he was like doing the 900 course, like 7 course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how you call them. So it was such a good like days. Oh my god, we were sending it like floor whips all over. It was amazing floor bars.
So you have enough money and you're just sessioning with the guys right
session.
now.
I wanted to ride. You
Yeah.
know, like I
No
have enough
English
money,
though,
no English, but I would like
You staying at your Colombian friend's house still?
Yeah, I was staying there with Christian and
Christian?
it was like 2 dudes, 2 Colombian.
Were they charging you?
A little bit,
Yeah.
not much, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah.
Well, fuck Daniel Dares. Sure. Yeah, I got it.
Whatever.
That's a bummer, but sometimes it's like
Daniel,
one of
come
those
to the
things.
podcast and
Yeah,
you got to remember what
yeah.
the hell happened with this, man.
Yeah, because I'm sure he has
One of our first
a
questions.
side where he's like, yeah, I offered it, but then I didn't talk to him for 2 months, and I gave it to somebody else, and
Yeah.
there was no room. Like,
Yeah,
who knows?
it's
Like
okay.
there's always 2 sides. to
Communication
something,
across the
but-
world,
yeah. It was like probably like I'm really bad with communicating with people, but I don't know. It was just it was not meant to be.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. And
Exactly.
It was just bummer that
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
It all worked out for the best. I
Yeah.
think, in the
No,
end.
it was
So-
like
So then you're staying. Did you stay with them the entire 3 months?
for probably like a month and a half. I got bored at
Okay.
that job. But like I couldn't like afford to go train, and I was all beat up like because it was construction work.
Yeah.
So like like cutting these huge trees of like where my blade got stuck. I'm like, oh, I need help. That's
Yeah.
the only word I know. Help, help. You know, the dude will
Learn that
come. So the dude will come and help me. I'm like, you relax, dude. Like he just moved the tree, and I'm like, okay, I got my blade back. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go work again. And after work, I was like, okay, I need to go train. So I will shower and I will go to Daniel Dares, like 50 minutes away
Yeah.
where I was living. So we drove all the way there 2 hours. It was like, I remember it was like $8 an hour. So like 3 hours, it was like, I used to get like an hour of work, $7 an hour per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So like I will train there for like,
So
it was-
riding was $1 more an hour.
it was straight. And sometimes I will stay
Oh,
3
man.
hours.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
yeah.
like, I was trying to like get my boost for 2 hours
Yeah.
to like 2 hours, good session, but no, 3 hours. I always overlapped one more hour, and I always wanted to stay one more, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, no, I need to like see my budget. You know,
Yeah,
I couldn't. I was like,
Can't afford it.
Can't afford
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And somehow
Damn.
this happened. Like this was weird. Like Daniel Dares sport complex was going through some drama, and they raised prices. And it was like 8 until 12. So
Yeah.
now it's 12 an hour. I'm like, all right.
Almost 2 hours of work.
I'm like, all right. Now I have to like really bust my ass at
Power
work.
hour?
Right. Yeah.
You
yeah.
gotta just work
Yeah.
more hours.
That was gnarly. I remember
That
I
is
was like,
gnarly.
no, I can't afford it. I can't live here. So like I started looking options. I'm like,
Yeah, you need
all right.
another contest. You need something at this point.
I was like trying to like expecting like to get into those monster monster contests that they were happening.
The dirt jump ones at the motocross, or
the ones that were like, I remember Kenneth were like on it, like
Kenneth Pincio?
Yeah, he was like on
Monster one.
Recon Tour.
Was it?
Recon
The
Tour.
Recon Tour.
Oh yeah, that was
I
a
was
big
trying
series for a bit.
I was like, right when I got here, dead.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't think they stopped
I'm
them around
like,
the same
Yeah,
time. Yeah.
What?
like a mini detour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool. I wanted to like really like go to those, but I never like pop out. I'm like
Timing was
looking,
just off.
Yeah.
off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at the internet until like I saw this contest, the bands contest in Huntington Beach, and I'm like, all right, I know where I'm going. And I only had $300. Like the dude paid me, and so I bought my flight, and it was like $250 one way.
Oh my god.
It was just one way, and I was like,
Oh my god.
Oh my-
California, there's no handouts.
$50 in your pocket.
I know. I was like, I'm sending it. I know. I bought my ticket,
dude.
I bought my
You're
ticket.
leaving the comfort zone.
Yeah, I
You're
couldn't.
leaving the
Yeah,
comfort zone.
I couldn't. I
Oh
couldn't
my
afford it anyways. I couldn't ride that much. I was like, I'm leaving, dude.
And he's going to the U.S. Open.
Yeah. Yeah.
This straight one.
And
It was in Huntington Beach.
yeah.
Right?
And it's the one that is like incredibly, I mean, Huntington Beach is the most expensive place. You know, if you thought North Carolina was expensive.
So you're going to the street contest? This wasn't the one on the beach?
No,
Oh.
it was the straight one. So I was like, I
Those
got
were
there.
pro-am though. So you actually could ride them.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were showing up to the HB, like the ones that were like, you had to qualify for with $50 expecting to ride the contest.
Yeah.
I'm like,
All right.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
This
So
is more doable.
Yeah. So that's why I came. I was like, honestly, I'm gonna need this contest with $50. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it through.
How you going to get from the airport? Your Uber ride might take that $50 away.
No, the train. You always take the train and the bus to save money.
Yes.
So I will always have my phone with data. Obviously, I'll just have internet and like all the time with another battery, like portable battery. So I will never die. Like the battery will never die.
Okay.
You know, I will just keep going where I have to go. Like, okay,
You got your life source, your
Yeah,
portable
like-
battery and your data.
I was
$50.
ready. I was ready to survive. You know, like
no, fuck yeah.
something's
You're
really
a long
happened.
way from home.
Yeah.
No English.
Yeah.
No, you don't have any friends in Huntington anymore. All your lifelines are gone. That's gnarly. That's
It was-
badass.
I was like, no, I'm gonna go compete, and somehow something will happen. You know, something is gonna be meant to be for me. Like it didn't happen here. I'm bored. I'm out. You know, like, and that's how I jump into the weird, like, out of comfort zone. I'm like,
Is it this event right here? This is the one at the park?
Yeah, 2016. You
Yeah.
see? I said Chad was killing it. That was the first
That's
time.
probably the first time you've seen a lot.
Yeah,
big
all of
time
them.
pros too.
Yeah. I was like taking a picture with Chad,
Damn.
with Dakota. I was like, yo, Dakota.
These were sick.
I was trying to tell him like, yo, Dakota, I'm like, I want to get to the contest. Like, can you get me in? But I couldn't talk.
Yeah. Dakota habla español.
Really?
So you couldn't ride
couldn't-
the pro contest.
I couldn't
invite
communicate with him.
Yeah.
Like I show him a video of like, I'm not showing like that I like how I ride. I wanted to let him understand that I ride bikes like when I compete.
But he's probably like, this fucking guy just
I know I couldn't explain.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I couldn't talk.
Damn it. That's so
I was
hard.
like,
So you didn't end up riding the pro
I
contest.
couldn't. Yeah, no. I saw Jerry, but Jerry was like all busy all around. I'm
Yeah.
like, Jerry, and I couldn't talk.
You knew Jerry Batters already?
I met, like, I saw him and a bunch of people were talking about him in that contest. So I was like, oh, this
That's
is
the guy.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
This
that's
is the
not-
guy.
That's so hard.
So like I watched the whole contest.
And you had no Spanish friends to talk to help you?
I didn't know, buddy. I didn't know.
So did you go straight from the plane to this contest?
Yeah,
Where did,
literally.
that morning? Boom, boom.
Yeah, I came.
You timed it out, right?
I went there to like the warm ups. I saw everybody warming up like 2 days before, you know, like, and somehow like they were warming up. I met DeMarcus Paul. He was really nice. He was like trying to communicate,
Yeah.
but no English, nothing. So I was like typing everything in Google Translator
Okay.
and trying to like, you know, like let them know that if I can't ride, and they were like, everybody was like saying, no, you can't ride.
It was
No,
probably invite
yeah.
only, I would assume.
Yeah.
They
it
may
was-
have had like an AM thing or
They
earlier.
they
or
used to
something.
have an
Yeah.
AM, like something, because
Yeah.
I remember there were no like the elite pros. It was like they were good, but I could make the qualified, but I didn't know how to talk. You know, I couldn't.
They didn't know who you were.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to just show up and.
All right. So where are you at now then?
So that was the first day.
Pretty low.
Yeah, that was the first day that I got there. So I saw everybody warming up, and this guy who used to work at the Vans contest, he was like, the manager guy, like who opens the park and whatever. I was like trying to clean up the place to like help him out. I'm like, yo, dude, can you help me to get a hotel like really cheap? I'm running out of money, and he like literally drove me to like every single hotels, and they were overpriced like 120, 115. So I was like, I'm pretty screwed. Like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I didn't think
so you've come to the night where it's like, damn, no place to sleep anymore.
Yeah, I literally was like struggling at that point. I was like, oh my God, what I'm doing, what I did. Oh, all right. So I went, I asked him, we went to the ATM. So I have a card from Colombia. So I went there. I could only pull $100 because I couldn't pull more. My bank account got blocked because I never talked to them that I was coming to America. Yeah. So all my money was blocked, you know, like only $100. All right.
So you had more money in the bank though.
In the 150. That was 150. That was
your backup. Yeah. 150
my backup. That was like all I have.
Okay.
For the whole thing. So like 50 and 100. So.
Oh, okay. 100 in the bank and 50 out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we start like, so I couldn't afford the hotel, you know. I was like, no, I can't. So I talked to him on the phone. I was like, I type everything. I'm like, yo, dude, can you help me like with your dad or something?
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I live with my mom. I'm like, can you ask her? He literally called his mom, his dad, his family. He was like, hey, I have a friend. He's from Colombia and he can speak English. Like, can you help him out? Like, can we help rent a room? Like, yeah, come over. Like, oh my God, thank God. Like, I got my sleep there. Yeah. You know, like somehow I just met that people. I'm like, oh my God, I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. You don't know.
There's some nice people out there.
They are.
Yeah.
They're angels.
Yeah.
That was they say my day that night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the next day, oh no, I remember that night. That was a scary night. I remember that was the first night here. So they have these edibles that I never saw in Colombia. I'm like,
edibles?
Oh,
yeah.
like a weed edible.
Yeah. And it's California. So
yeah.
So like I ate that edible and I was like out. Literally out. English? No English. So I was like literally feeling in another dimension. I was like, this is crazy. I'm going to sleep. So like I talked, I everything on the phone, you know, like, yo, can I go to bed? And he like showed me and I sleep there. So I was like trying to sleep and I couldn't sleep. I was like, oh, this is gnarly.
Just tweaking.
Yeah. I was like trying to sleep, but I couldn't. And fire
alarm.
No, fireworks.
Fireworks.
There were like a bunch of fireworks. So I was
July,
like,
I think that's where the event was probably.
Or probably by Disneyland or something.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It was a bunch of fireworks. So I was like really like tripping out. You know, I was like, I'm in the middle of the world. This is a war. Why did I even came here? It was just so gnarly that weed here. It was so
those edible things too. That's another thing. That shit is so strong.
It was so strong. I was like, why did I even just take that pill? Yeah. I never should do that. Like I was just screwing myself. My night. I couldn't sleep that well. But anyway, next day, I'm like, let's go. This guy, I remember I fall asleep and I opened my eyes and this guy was ready. You ready, dude? And I'm like, oh shit, let's go. Yeah. So I showered real quick. We went to the park and I like put my bike together and I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm gonna compete.
Your bike, all this has happened. You didn't even put your bike together yet.
No,
like that's how short. That's I forgot that was 24
like
hours.
I put my bike together, and I was getting into the gate.
Contest, you know, like, to this guy to no money to either being a street person or fucking the nice guy. Because if you didn't meet that guy,
did you say fucking the nice guy?
Sorry, I mean like the nice guy. Like it was either a street person or this nice guy. And you would have had no money, just been on the street, no way to get home, no nothing.
Cuddling in the bike.
And then you're probably going to get your bike jacked because you probably don't know where to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Or in trouble for sleeping somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Back
police
then,
or something.
maybe that would
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I forget.
So then you tried to ride.
I tried to ride, and the security guard didn't even let me in. They were like, "No, your bike can't get in." I'm like, "Really?"
Oh, because they changed it to skateboard only.
No. That was a contest. It's
day.
still the contest, but the second day it was like really strict, like security all over. I was like,
he said it was warm up the first day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warm up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second day was like,
okay.
all that happened, so they didn't let me like put my bike inside. I was like, oh my god, this is gnarly. So I put my bike away. I'm like, oh whatever, I'm watching it.
Fuck.
And I sit there, I was literally crying. I was like, literally crying. It hurt. I was like, this is so frustrating. I should be there. This will be so good for my profile. But anyway, it was not meant to be.
Hurts. Yeah, that really hurts. That's
so when I saw everything that really went down, I'm like, wow, I'm really happy for you guys. That I remember Xiao won. I'm pretty sure Xiao won. Xiao was in the podium.
It was like Brock, Bruno, and I don't remember.
Oh, Bestrik. Like I remember Shad was holding like.
Yeah.
I was like super stoked.
Bruno
too.
got
I'm
third.
like,
I see
wow.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Who's up? Who's the podium? Brock won. Who got second?
Bestrik.
Oh, it says section 3
sections. Huh.
overall. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I went that day, ended up, I helped again, like to clean up. I'm like, all right, now I'm a really screw.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So they were really start for me. So I was like, okay, let's go to the beach. They were like, all right, I'm gonna take you to the beach. I'm like, yeah, I want to see the beach. This is really hot here. I want to like jump in the water and get some fresh water and
so that
think
was
about
you
it.
got one night at the guy's house. That was kind of the rule. You're not gonna stay 2 nights.
2 nights.
You already knew this.
Yeah, it was a deal. Just one day. So I went to the beach. I was like, he will be safe. So I went there, and the guy was like literally texting me like, I feel really bad if I leave you here. I leave you here. And he like literally grabbed his sandwich and out of his bag. And he's like, there you go, buddy. I'm like, thank you. I need this.
Yeah.
I really need this. So I put it in my bag, and I jump in the water, and it was like crazy water. Like I never like touch a cold water, like this. In Colombia, it's warm.
Yeah.
But over here, it was like there. I knew that how different the water, like temperature was.
Yeah.
So I would jump in the ocean. I was like, wow, this is insanely cold. I'm out. I was like
the story of this trip, basically. Like, I thought it was going to be great.
California. California was fucking chew you
I was
up.
like literally like sweating. It was so hot that day. I remember I was like, okay. So I jump in. I'm like, I'm like, no, what am I doing? Let's go back. So like I pull my roller and I start like looking at the sky. I'm like, all right, what am I gonna do next?
This is at night?
That night.
Nighttime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was the sunset.
Okay.
Getting the sunset down. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I start thinking and pack everything, got like dry, so like changed. And I start setting up like a little like set so I can sleep. So I like tried to sleep for a little bit. I couldn't. I was like, okay, I'm gonna text all my buddies. Text everybody, sorry. I text all my buddies. Frank Albino, Frank.
Oh yeah.
I text him, and he literally knew another Colombian guy living in Riverside. So he like through that text, he like helped me out the next day.
Okay.
So that night I stayed there until like probably 12 or 2. It was really freezing. I remember it was so cold.
No sleeping bag?
No sleeping bag. Just with my backpack and my bike bag. So I was like there at the beach. Yeah, it was beautiful, but it was so dark and so cold that I was like, I need to get out of here. And the dude gave me his phone number, so I call him. And the first thing I'd say, like, cops here. And I just wanted to like throw it there. Like I needed to lie because it was so cold that I couldn't sleep. I needed to sleep.
Yeah. So
like the guy like picked me up, and he like brought me to his house.
Oh, the same guy.
Yeah. So nice, cool. That guy.
You had to lie, but it's all right.
Wait, no, this is
desperation.
Riverside guy?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Riverside guy. I thought it was the guy before.
No. No, that's the guy, the security guard, like whoever works at the vans.
Yeah,
He
the
came
same
back
guy.
and got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back and grabbed me.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
What an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And I went back and I couldn't find him.
Yeah, you said you never have seen this guy again.
Never saw him. I wanted
Somehow,
to.
somebody knows.
Dude.
Somebody knows.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
who is
Reach
this
out
guy?
to him. DM him.
2016, worked at the Vans,
Yeah.
HB Park.
So cool.
That'd be
like,
cool to see that guy again.
Yeah.
He saved my life. To be honest, his dad was so amazing. Who like, you're gonna, whenever you make it, just come by and say hi. I'm like, I remember his words. And in Spanish, he would have told me that in Spanish. He literally
Spanish?
a little bit, like
Yeah.
a little bit, but he was
cool.
me. Yeah,
That's
he was,
really
like,
cool.
really motivating. So I was like, all right, got there another night. I'm like, okay, another night. Tomorrow's gonna be great. So tomorrow, this guy is supposed to pick me up, and he picked me up at 10 in the morning. I was like, I was ready. I was ready.
The guy
This
from Riverside now.
Yeah,
Your
the
friend
Colombian.
Frank.
Yeah, Frank hit him
hooked you
up, and he like got me there. Like, all right, let's go ride some dirt jumps. I'm like, I'm beat up.
I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep
at all. Let me sleep, dude. I was like, no, let's go ride. So I don't even never met this dude. So it was really weird. Like,
What's his name?
Julian Munoz.
Julian Mogollon.
He rides.
Okay.
Like he used to ride a lot back in the day, but he lives there but he helped me out. So thank you, Julian Munoz. You hooked me up there. So I really appreciate that. So like he helped me out that day, and he took me to this crazy jumps in Oakley. And I saw,
The
I
Oakley
was like,
jumps, yeah.
I'm not jumping that.
Yeah.
It was like he thought I was like, he probably didn't think that I ride dirt jumps. He was like trying to not trying, but he didn't imagine that I would ride dirt. He was like, who are you? And he just took me to this amazing spot. Like,
These were Huckers jumps, right?
yeah,
Like,
they were locked too. I'm like,
they were locked.
yeah, thank God.
So why did the guy take you there?
I know. Like he was like, let's go to this jump. So I'm like, all right, this looks really intimidating. Like
we don't have to watch
him.
it. Yeah, we don't have to put this on here, but I wanted to see if I knew him, because I was thinking maybe he was a different guy. But,
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's the dude.
Yeah.
He hooked me up.
Cool.
He's a ripper.
He rides, which is
So he wanted
cool.
to go to the Oakley jumps, though.
Yeah, he like took me there. And
That's
I was
funny.
like,
You just pumped. Like, I got to someone to ride with.
I think that was his free day.
Are those the jumps that sorry to randomly sidetrack. Are those the jumps you went to the jam at? Didn't you go to some jam? I was wondering are those the jumps? Those look fun.
Yeah, I think
Those aren't the ones that you drove super far for? Because when I met you in San Pedro that next day, we were filming with Zach. You said you went to a dirt jump jam the day before.
yeah, then I got third. Something like that.
No, this is so random.
Yeah, it's all right.
Is
Okay.
that- yeah, no.
So Oakley jumps locked
Oh,
up.
okay.
That's not those jumps.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oakley jumps locked up.
So
Thankfully.
thankfully,
Yeah.
I was so tired.
That might have been the end.
Yeah. So we went to another jumps. I think that was Dylan's back in the day.
Okay.
So like, it was like, I ended up eating shit. It was so fun. I was like riding, having fun. I'm like, okay, I have a headache, but I'm good. And I would start like pumping around, and somehow I'll just disappear in a hole. Like I did this like, somehow I went too fast and I went to the right side. So I tried to bail to the like very right side, and it was a hole. So like I didn't see that hole. So like I went straight up to my head. It was really gnarly.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, boom, almost got knocked out. My collarbone was really hurt. I was like, okay, I'm out. And his mom was there right in front of the crash. She was like really panicking. She was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she was like almost crying. I'm like, I'm good, Mom. I'm good. Let's go home, please. Let's go home. I want to sleep.
Yeah.
Let's go home. And that dude was like, still like driving around, super pumped. Let's go ride, I'm like, dude, I need to sleep. I need to go sleep. Like,
Yeah.
but I couldn't say that was his free day.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Like,
He wanted a full day.
yeah, he wanted
Yeah.
to ride. So I understand that. So somehow I was like, we ended up at his house. His mom cooked. He was amazing, and like got me hooked in the couch. So I was trying to sleep, and I couldn't fall asleep, even though I was really tired.
Yeah.
But I was like really worried about the next day that I couldn't fall asleep. I was like, all right,
So did you only have one day at Julian's house too?
Yeah, he ended up telling me like that his mom was there and his roommate, so just one night.
Yeah.
So the next day I needed to go. So
crap.
that was it. Yeah. But it hooked me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I need to go. And where I'm going, I don't know. He asked me like, what's your plan? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a plan. I need to go back to my flight, but in 2 months or like a month and a half. So I'm still
That's
exploring.
your plan, a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still like, I don't know where. I don't have a plan, to be honest. I'm just floating around. And all right, this guy was like, hey, just one night, I fall asleep. Finally, I honestly, I have to put this Will Smith movie, like Pursuit of the Happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking
Pursuit
about?
of Happiness, yeah.
So I have to like literally put that to like fall asleep, to like get some motivation and fall asleep, because I couldn't fall asleep. It was already 3 a.m. I was like, dude, I need to sleep. I need to sleep. I need energy tomorrow. Like, come on. Like, I need to like.
And sometimes that makes it harder to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And it was like, I have to literally watch the whole movie and pass out. Then the next day, I'm like, and this guy was literally ready for work. Dude, I gotta go. Get ready. I'm like, all right. Jump in the shower. I was like, what I'm gonna do, dude, what I'm gonna do. All right. I don't know, but let's get out of here. And I went out of the shower and got ready. Then boom, I got a text from Pavel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, yo, it's a contest in Premises Park. I'm like, really? It's a contest at Premises Park? Where's that at? Tucson, give me the address. All
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. I'm like,
You got yourself a new plan.
That was my plan. That was my next stop. I'm like, all right, I'm going to Tucson from Huntington Beach or Riverside.
Riverside now.
Riverside.
How much money do you have now after 3 days of
I was
craziness?
like 100 probably.
You only spent 50.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, I only spent like 50, but I only have 100. So like I went there to the dude like ended up going home because I was going to work because I was really
taking too long.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
I'm always. He was like, oh, 5 blocks and make it right. I was like, I got my phone. You're fine. Mm-hmm. So I got there, train station, and I bought my ticket, and it was like 87, something like that. It was a ticket to Phoenix. And the train station
for $87.
Yeah,
and
87.
Phoenix is far from Tucson.
Yeah. So. I was like, all right, I'm going there.
Shit. Okay.
So I was like waiting.
Crazier.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
The end of the money.
I was just like
you're going further
there.
into the desert.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was that hot. But anyway, so I was there, like
summertime too.
Like waiting for my train, and this dude called me again. Yo, did you find the train? I'm like, yeah, I bought the ticket. He's like, all right. And when you leaving? I'm like, I don't know. I started looking. I'm like, I think at 3:30. Yeah, dumbass, but it's in 3 days. You gotta return that. I'm like, where are you gonna stay? I'm like, oh my God, no way. Everything was in English. So I was like, oh my God, no. So I tried to like communicate with the lady, and she was really nice. I'm like, I need my money back. She was like, all right, give me the money back. And the dude like picked me out of this exit, and he was like, let's go to the bus station. So he took me to the bus station, and somehow I got my ticket to Tucson. Oh no, to Phoenix. Okay. So it was cheaper, a little bit cheaper. I remember I got like only $30 in my pocket. No, like probably, I don't remember, but I got there with literally no money, only coins. And okay, I got my bus ticket, and it was at the end of the day, like it was, I got there like at 10 in the morning, and my boss was like, departs at 10 p.m. So I have to stay the whole day at the bus station.
In Phoenix to get to Tucson?
No, in Riverside.
Oh,
so I was like still in Riverside waiting for my boss to go to Phoenix. So I was like, just stuck there. I'm like the whole day. I'm like, okay, another day, another sandwich. So yeah, literally just one sandwich. I'll buy this Subway, this huge tuna sandwich.
Just the cheapest Subway sandwich you can get.
Yeah. Then I will just spread it for the whole day, like little bit by little bit until like, all right. So I went to
and were you just getting water at like the subway too. Just get a water cup and
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. That's how
Free water at least.
free water. Yeah. That's how I did it. Remember? Then right there I went to like okay, I got to Phoenix finally. I think that was really late. Or wait.
It was probably pretty late if you're busting and leave till 10 at night.
Yeah, it was like really, it was not much time like dark, like dark out. I was like, no. It was still daytime. I remember it was just, yeah.
Okay.
When I got there, it was like daytime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some buses take a while, even though it's like a 5-hour drive. For some reason, it's just they stop so much that it's like
I got there and it was still daytime. So I would like only have my coins. I run out of money.
Yeah.
And no cash, no bank account. Molly, stop. Sorry.
Sorry.
And so I got there and start calling my mom and this like random phone. Like all my coins were like all my quarters, like it was $1 per minute.
Yeah.
So like $1. So I will put all my coins. I'm like, Mom, please try to figure out all my bank account. Like I have my bank account is blocked. Like please, Mom. And she's like, the only way you can like figure that out, it's only you. Like you only have to call them. So I'm like, I'm not gonna try to call the bank.
It's gonna take forever.
Yeah. I can't do it right now. I'm in an emergency. So my parents were like having like really struggle times, like where it was like, oh my God, I'm gonna ask for money. I need money. And my mom asked my grandma and my grandma to my uncle. And like, yeah, they pull it up $200. I'm like, all right, I have money.
Yeah.
They like send me through Western Union. So like send me that money. And I look it up in my phone. It was like literally like 5 minutes away. I'm like, oh, 5 minutes right here. All right, I'm going for my money. It was like literally right next to the bus station in the airport. So I was like walking out, like I didn't know it was that hot, first of all. So it was like inside, it was really nice. You know? So right when I walk out, it was like 110 degrees. I was like, Fahrenheit, degrees, whatever. It was so hot. There was like, what is this? I'm not ready for this. So I was like, start walking. I'm like, it's right here. So I start walking. I should have put my back together, but I didn't think about it. Smally. I didn't think about it. So I start like walking, like, all right, go down. So I start like going there. It was really hot that I was like, oh my God, dude, I need to like find a shade. So I was like, I found this pole, like this light pole, and literally it was like
the line.
Yeah, just a little line.
Yeah.
I remember it was my only shade.
Yeah.
So like it got really hot in my feet. I'm like, oh my God, I everything off. And I was like, okay, right here. And I just chill for a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like put my back in and like, okay, let's go. And I lost my phone. Right when I was getting to the airport, I was like, where's my phone at?
Airport.
Yeah. It was the airport.
Oh.
Where I have to pick up my money, Western Union. So I was like, literally like I drop off my bags and I was like, where's my phone? I was like, I freaked out and I went back and I went back in, look for everywhere. And somehow I found this lady. She was working at the entrance of like the parking lot. So I talked to her. I'm like, do you speak Spanish? Emergency, Spanish. And she's like, she called another lady who spoke Spanish. And I asked her like, yo, can you let her know that I need her phone?
Your phone is your lifeline too. No translate without that.
Yeah. I needed to like talk to her like, yo, like, can you get me your phone so I can call my phone and find my phone? That's what she translated and she's like, okay. So I tried to call my phone and it was really frustrating. Like, I don't know why that happened, but I found it. I pulled everything out of my bag and pulled back in and it was outside of my backpack, right? Literally sticking right here. It was so weird. So weird, dude. Like, it really happened to me. I'm like, all right.
But I think you got to think at this point that you're like, you haven't been sleeping.
Hell no,
you've been walking around. You're living off of fucking fake tuna from Subway.
And probably
I
imagine the smallest amount of water too. Like
yeah. And so you're not
thinking
thinking
when you go get that tuna sandwich.
Well, it's like not losing your phone when you're like you know, it's like you're holding your phone. You're like, where's my phone? You know, you've all had those moments where you're like, you know, like it's just you're losing.
You've never been in a temperature that hot either.
I know.
He's such a baby in hot temperature. Like,
you know,
yeah, like 75 and up, like 110. I can't imagine.
I was out, you know, like I was literally like right when I got my phone, I was super stuck. I'm like, I'm gonna get my money. And so I start walking. And the airport was so huge. I couldn't find the entrance. I remember I was like, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Still walking around.
It's a big airport.
Yeah. So I got there I got at the entrance and I saw the restroom. So I dropped all of my bags there at the entrance, like at the restroom. All in my body, like right when I got there, it started to shake it. Like all my body was shaking. Yeah. And I was like literally open eyes in all black. You know, like
you're like fading out. Yeah.
It was
like
so
fainting.
gnarly. I never happened to me ever since like only that day. It was like literally black and with some sparkling lights around. I was like, geez, this is really happening to me. So I went straight up to the sink and I started drinking water like crazy. Yeah. Boom, 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 drinking. And I sit there and I was like, okay, all right, I'm good. I'm gonna get better. So I went outside and it was like probably 5 cops around my bags. They're like,
because you left your bag.
Yeah. You couldn't live. Yeah, I didn't know. So I was frustrated. Yeah. So they were like trying to give me shit. And I'm like, I don't know English. So I grabbed everything. I was so frustrated already, really mad at myself. I'm like, wait, let's go. So I grabbed my bag and sir, I'm like, start walking and they let me alone.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I start going and I got finally to this Western Union. So I got to the window. I'm like, all right, we'll be back in 2 hours. It was so gnarly. It was like one by another one. I'm like, I almost get my money. All right, they got back, got my money.
So you had to wait 2 hours in front of the bank now?
Yeah, I have to wait 2 hours because they were in a lunch break. And like, we'll be back at 4 or something. Like I remember it was like 2 hours. I'm like, 2 hours? Really? I'm hungry. I need money. I need money. So anyway, so I waited 2 hours. I got the money, finally $200. I'm like, making it. I'm doing it right now. So I turn around. It was a Subway, big Subway sign. I was like, oh my God. I'm getting another tuna sandwich.
I was going to say maybe you splurged for like a roast beef or something like that.
I was like super stuck, right? When the
tuna is the official, like
they pack it in.
Yeah. Didn't they get sued for like the tuna not being like,
dude, somebody's probably been sued for everything.
I think I hear about it, but I didn't know that back in the day.
I was
thinking that was the healthiest sandwich.
It does say a lawsuit filed by woman claims Sumi's tuna isn't something, but it like says it got dismissed. But they did get sued over the tuna.
It'll keep you alive. It's keeping this guy going.
Yeah.
He's blacking out, but he's still going. He's still going. All right. So you got $200. You got your tuna sandwich. So you got $194.
Yeah, $94. Yeah.
Everything changed. So like
everything changes. Yeah. You just need some food and some money.
So nice. It was like I was walking with energy. I was like, oh my God. So I was walking out, like this guy shows up in a golf car and he's like, yo, buddy, you need a ride? I'm like, no, I'm fine. I don't have money. He's like, it's free. And I'm like, no English. Like, I didn't understand what he was saying. I'm like, no English. That was the first thing I remember. And he's like, hablo español. I'm like, really? Oh my God, it's free? And he's like, yeah, it's free. I'm like, oh my God, say less. And I put my bags there. And he's like, all right, where are you going? I'm like, going to Tucson. He's like, you can't get a bus right here in front of this like station, or you can get another one that's cheaper at the bus station. So you go back and everything was free. I should never walk. I didn't know.
Yeah, you can get like a little shuttle from the bus station.
I didn't know. That dude in Spanish told me everything. I'm like, really? I was tripping out. I'm like,
walking from
because if you go to Phoenix Airport, there's like nothing around.
Yeah.
Like it's not
I can't even think of the Phoenix Airport. I guess you don't really drive.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's not much around. It's a big old airport.
Yeah.
So
huge.
Yeah. So
especially 110.
Yeah.
Anyway,
dying pretty much.
Yeah, I know. So I got there. I bought my ticket finally, and I went to Tucson. So I got there to Tucson really late. So I start pulling everything out of my bag. I was like trying to save money. I was like, no, I'm not gonna struggle anymore. You know, I can't sleep here in the bus station. You know, I got there. So I pull everything out of my bag, put in like a little bed. So I started like sleeping, and 20 minutes later, this guy like start kicking me, like poking me with this stick. He's like security guard. He's like, yo, you can't sleep here. Get out of here. I'm like, all right, I'm getting in. So I pack everything. I got out, and he literally called me a taxi. So I asked the dude, I'm like, yo, can you take me to a cheap spot? Like I literally told him the whole story. I was like almost crying, you know, like please need help. And he was like, he was the coolest taxi I ever had, to be honest. He was like really cool. So like he hooked me up. We got to this spot, and finally got my full like sleep. Yeah. Like I could like, finally.
But I felt good.
Yeah.
Got 194 bucks.
Until they kicked me out, you know, like I was sleeping until like
recharging.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. It was great. It was really, really awesome. So
you probably slept like 14 hours or something crazy, huh?
I got there by probably by 10ish.
They probably kicked you out at like 12.
Yeah, by 12. I didn't sleep a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, I was needing it.
Shoot, that was like 3 days and no sleep.
Yeah.
And so much exhaustion and no food.
Stress. A lot of stress. Anyway, so I pulled to this contest.
Oh, you got there. You're in Tucson already.
So I got to Tucson. So the next morning I grabbed a taxi and I went to the contest. And it was way too early, obviously. But I didn't have a choice. You know? So I show up there and start training. I'm like, I'm gonna prepare for this contest. So I was like preparing, you know, in the park. And Ian, the owner of the park, he like kind of saw me like
super nice dude.
Super nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Ian.
Yeah. Shout out to Ian.
You made it to Ian. Like it sounds like you're good now. Well, like at least there's people that are gonna be like having your back at this point. Oh yeah. You're not in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. He was so cool, dude. Like
good BMX.
Right when I got there, he like ordered these giant like wings. So I was like happy, you know, like at that point I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat because somehow I couldn't. I just ate one and I was full. I'm like, what is happening? Look at this food. You know, like I need to eat more. You need to eat more, Michael. I was talking to myself, and so I grab a bag. I put it in my pocket, and I remember I started like grabbing a bite, looking around, and I won. I couldn't eat. Yeah. You know, like I needed to save it for later. Yeah. And I was trying to save money. I'm like, I'm sorry guys, but I need to. This is huge. They cannot waste this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like,
you really needed it. Everyone else, it was like a fun
treat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, Ian.
No, you're right. You took your share. You just took it later.
You would have given you would have gave you the whole thing if you knew the story that you're really going through at that point.
So I was like, all right. So somehow like Papa Peraza shows out of nowhere. Like, Mogollon, what are you doing out here? And I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, who showed up? Sorry, I missed it.
Kevin's dad.
Okay, all right.
Papa Peraza.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's the best. He's like, what are you doing here? I'm going to show you the town. And he'll start gave me this crazy tour out in Tucson in bikes. We were like, yeah, I used to ride here, you know, like, hey, it's just such a, and he speaks Spanish, you know, like, so we're like fully connected. We're like,
that probably felt so good.
So good.
Yeah.
It was just it was amazing. He was like literally having like hard times, and he was like, you know, telling me, and I'm like, Papa, you got this. You got this. You're the man. You like, I was just trying to get him back too. You know, like we all have hard times. So I never told him, like never feel comfortable. Like I never told nobody this, you know, at that point I was like, I'm not going to tell. Who's gonna listen to this, you know?
This story, besides the taxi driver.
Yeah.
Oh, you still never told Kevin's dad what was happening at that point?
Yeah, no. He was just telling me like he was going through some stuff. So I was like, listening to him and giving him some like help, like advices, like
as you're like chicken wings out of your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. He's like, if you're here, have a chicken wing.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
You'll be fine, Papa. You're the best.
Yeah, you're like, you have no fucking clue, man. You'll be
like, you can sleep at Victor's room. You can sleep here. Like, dude, my whole trip changed.
Yeah,
it was so amazing.
So that night you're at the Peraza's house.
Yeah, at Peraza's house. So shout out to the Perazas.
Yeah,
love that family.
Look at what, like, I know this isn't even towards the end, or we're getting there, but like, how things can change.
Oh
You
yeah,
just
it
keep
was a
following the
roller,
path, like-
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because if you would have had money enough, there might have been I don't know who's to say what would have happened, but you could have been like, I'm getting a fucking ticket at the Phoenix airport and getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You know, if
I won't
you're
give
feeling
up.
that low at that point, but you had no choice but to like
Yeah.
follow the path. And now things are looking up. Got chicken wings and Peraz's house
Yeah. So he
and a contest on the way.
on the contest, yeah. So we were just getting ready. The riders start showing up. Babel, Nexer, all the Mexican friends, they were like showing up for the contest. Victor and Eddie Peraza, they were there. Remember Kevin was like competing in Europe, same with David. So they were out of town. So finally this day happened, like the day of the contest, and I was training so hard in the park when they pull up there, and they were like, all right, we're ready for the jam. All right. So everybody started getting out of the park. I was like, where are they going? And no, the jam is at the streets. I'm like, what? At the streets? This whole time I was training at the park and it's going to be at the streets?
Like in the city?
Yeah. It was like
Like a street
around like
jam.
a street jam. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be a street jam? All right, let's go. So like, I was ready.
He had his run all figured out and stuff.
It was crazy. So it was like, it was so hot, dude. Like,
That's what I was gonna. That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah, was
like,
it in the evening or at night? Or just middle of the day, 110?
middle of the day.
Fucking A, man.
There's savages out there.
It
Yeah.
was savage.
You get
Yeah.
used to the heat, I guess.
Yeah, I was literally almost passing out the whole time. I was like, this is so hot. I was just always fine. Now I'm such a baby with the heat.
100, that Arizona summertime heat, though. Like,
Yeah.
You got all,
it was
all
really
the
hot.
excuses in the world.
I'll take 110 in Tucson, then like 85 in Ohio or something.
That
or
humidity?
Yeah, the humidity or
is-
Florida.
it is a different kind of heat,
It
but
is a different
fuck.
one, but
It's a
not-
dry one.
yeah,
like,
but it's brutal.
it's brutal. Yeah.
Okay, so street jam.
Straight jam.
Yeah.
So
Was it like
yeah.
one of the monster ones or what?
it was like
Was there money on the line? Because I
Yeah.
know that's what
It
you're
was
going for at
cash.
this point. You needed it.
it was
Cash
cash.
jam.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it was
man.
like cash all in spots.
Yeah.
So like I put the cash. Okay, they were like in the spot. So like I will start stacking cash. You know,
Mhm.
like tricks, and so I stacked cash, and it was like 400 trick, like the best trick at the jam.
Mhm.
So it was this up rail. It was an gnarly up rail, and so I was like trying to like get on it. It was like probably like this. It was really tall. So like I went on it and I did a downside whip, like on it. But it took me so many tries. But I was going for it.
Up rail
because
180 down whip.
yeah, I was going for it. You
Yeah.
know, like I needed the money. I needed to win this.
Fuck yeah, you did. That's insane. Like
I
way
was
of riding
like-
a jam.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
wonder if this is I don't know. It's like GoPro stuff. Is that the
Yeah.
spot?
yeah, that's it. That's sick.
I don't know. This is like GoPro version of it. So I don't.
Yeah, I remember that spot. 180.
I wonder
Totally
who was filming.
So, so how much had you stacked at this
Yeah.
point?
So like right there, like a stack of $800.
You stacked $800.
$800 at a street jam.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Michael. You really were
Yeah.
getting it in wherever you could.
And they ended up
Dude,
at the
that's
park.
That's like 160 Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, you're good for a bit again. You keep doing it.
So like somehow like it was at the like we ended up at the park. So I won like the best rider and best trick. It was such a beautiful day for
And
me.
it went so 800 plus all that, or was it
plus like 300. I remember. So
Oh,
it was
wow.
like
So you're-
1,000.
you're back up.
100. Yeah,
almost like that first day at the?
yeah. But
Other
right there,
contest
I
on
was
the East
smart.
Coast.
You know, like I already had the GoPro.
Uh-huh.
I was not gonna waste my money.
Yeah. This time you're like, I know how fast
Yeah,
it goes,
yeah.
how crazy this shit can get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there, I really learned. You know, like
Yeah.
through there. So like, you got my money, and Pavel told me, I think,
And a lot of your friends are around too.
Yeah,
Like you got
the Spanish,
Pavel, a lot
yeah.
of the Mexican boys came up.
Yeah.
Brazos are helping you out.
so
Things are a little bit different this time.
yeah. So we're like, all right, I got out of Perez's house and I went to Guadalajara in a bus. I was like-
Guadalajara in a bus.
yeah.
What made you go
plot
down there?
twist.
Everything's doing pretty good. He's starting to figure it out. I went to Guadalajara in a bus.
Yeah, I was
Was
like,
it a contest down there?
it was a contest in Oaxaca. So it was like hell of, like that was the first stop, you know, like I was like, it was like 2 days or something like that in a bus.
Guadalajara is far.
It's really far. So like I got there.
Is that another place you just didn't know where it was? And you're like, Mexico, it's right next to Arizona.
No, like honestly, I honestly, by that point, I was like over spending money. So I was like, it's cheaper in Mexico.
Okay.
I will last longer.
Okay.
And Chapol is going to this contest.
Okay. Chapol.
So-
Shout out to Chapol.
Shout out to
Amazing
Chapol.
human, one of your best friends.
Yeah.
25-hour drive
In a bus, too. Let's
in a bus. So that's probably like,
took
you
a
said
while.
2 days. You said 2
25
days.
times 3.
Yeah. So you said 2 days. So maybe 48 hours, 60 hours is probably, yeah.
It was so far. I remember. I was like,
Holy shit. That's
Well,
a,
but
that's
that-
a 5-hour flight.
yeah, I started in Tucson. Hermosillo. You see Hermosillo?
That don't
much.
really.
Cut a few hours off.
Yeah, maybe
21
20
hours.
hours, 21 hours. It's a 5-hour flight.
But the bus
Okay.
will stop
it
everywhere.
was super fast.
Yeah, but
Bullet bus.
yeah, bullet like
Bullet
they stop everywhere. You know, like, are you going down there? You know, like, oh,
Jesus.
dude, I remember it was crazy.
Were you
Look
by
at this.
yourself?
Yeah, I was by
How long
myself.
hold on? How long did you stay in Tucson first with the process?
Probably like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you had
okay. That's a
you had
healthy
fun
amount of time.
Yeah,
Okay.
like 2
And then
weeks.
you heard about the Guadalajara adventure. Oh no,
Yeah,
you were going to Oaxaca. Where the fuck's? Can we look at Oaxaca on the map? How much further did you have to go
How
once
do
you
you
got
spell
I don't know.
Oaxaca?
Oaxaca?
Oh,
Oaxaca?
I was actually, no, that's city in Brazil. Shit.
OX.
That city looks cool.
Oh, wait. J-O, what?
No, Oaxaca.
Oh yeah, it's OAX.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oaxaca.
yeah, right.
Very different.
Yeah.
First time we ever looked
Oaxaca.
at, it's the first time we ever looked at Google Maps on the podcast.
I knew this podcast was going to be fun.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Whatever.
So was Guadalajara just a pit stop?
F-
Oh my god,
it's 36 hours.
dude!
Yeah, I remember it was really far, so I stopped at
man.
Guadalajara.
That's a 7-hour flight.
It's almost. Oh my god, that's so,
yeah,
far. dude.
Guadalajara first.
Whoa!
I got to
You're almost in
Pabeles.
Guatemala.
It was, yeah, damn, that's
You're
really loud.
okay. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So you're kind of going back down to Colombia at this point.
Yeah.
You're going down. You're going south.
Yeah, you're about halfway
You're
there.
halfway.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I got there to Pavel's house. Shout out to Pavel.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Pavel.
I got there
In
so-
Guadalajara?
In Guadalajara. So like we party hard. Then the next day we just keep going. You know, like let's go to Oaxaca. So we grab another bus and start going. It felt forever. Yeah, all you see is really
So you
far.
got to Guadalajara, partied hard with Pavel, and then
Yeah, let's keep going.
keep it going.
We didn't even. Oh yeah, we rode a little bit, but we party more.
Party
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, so we just keep going. So finally got to Oaxaca. And so I saw Chapol and I was like, "Yo, you got your visa, huh? Let's go back. I know the road. I know where to go.
America?
Yeah.
Where are you
let's
going to
go
take
back.
him?
I don't know,
I don't know what to do.
but I have a friend. You know, I have a friend. It will be easier.
You're like, dude, we can make it. You
We
just
can
keep
make
going to
it.
these jams,
Yeah,
tuna sandwiches. It's a
we
good
can-
life.
Yeah, it was actually good.
No, it is a good life. I'm just saying. It's funny
It was
that you
just-
told him, like, I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but really, you're
Yeah,
just
no.
winging it.
All I know,
Yeah.
all I learned is $5 Subway sandwiches, and that there's a shuttle between the bus and the airport.
Try and stay away from. Don't go to any contests in Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah,
They're not
no.
going to let you ride.
That's really
that is
expensive.
a good lesson. You're
Yeah.
probably going to have to get invited to those ones. You learn
Yeah,
some
of
stuff.
course.
And the other ones are you can ride and make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, we got to Oaxaca finally. So
Yeah.
we all compete. Somehow we start winning. We all were in the podium. I remember I got like I don't know, but I feel like I was going to get third, like whatever. I got fourth, but
Mhm.
it's still like they were giving staff until the 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I got like a bunch of bottles, like mezcal bottles.
Oh,
like, probably,
they were
like,
paying you in liquor down there.
With liquor. And money too.
Oh,
Cash.
okay.
All right.
Some Mexican cash and
Yeah.
a bunch of liquor. And so I sold three bottles and I only had 2 for I want to save it. You know,
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to try it. So like we rode like couple days there and we're like over it. We're like, let's go back to Guadalajara. Let's go back to US. Let's go to US. You gotta see it. It's amazing. Like even though that I didn't tell him what I went through because yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna come and be told that, so he might be like, fuck,
he was
man.
like, no, dude. Like, so I honestly didn't tell him. I was like, let's go. I know where to go. So anyways, we got to Guadalajara. We start riding and party, but really hard. And
Guadalajara is a fun city.
it was really fun. So I remember we were drinking at the line and in the party. So we were drinking the mezcal. We were like, this is too much. We were just drinking and everybody was, yo, you want some? They were like all sketched out. No, I don't want that. I'm like, oh, you baby. Start drinking and just start sharing. And somehow like, dude, it's too much. And I want this. I'm not going to throw it away. So I put it in my pants right here. And I literally told the security guard.
Line going into a club or whatever.
Into a club. So I was like, he always like check you, you know, like I was like, yo, and I literally told him like, did you find my bottle? Please save it for me. Like, please. I literally told him like, I have a bottle, like, can you just put it away and I will come back for it? And he didn't listen. He just go. I'm like, really? Fuck.
He thought you were fucking with him probably.
Yeah, he didn't understand my accent probably. I was like, oh my God. So I got the bottle in the club. I was like, I got the bottle. We're not spending money tonight. This is amazing. We start partying and all the chicks, like his friends, and we're like, okay, this is so cool. And Chapolo wasted. There he goes. Start grabbing the bottle, start taking picture by himself, like, yeah, this is so sick. And he started, you know, like, I was like, you're stupid. So it was like a undercover security guard, and he like caught him, and it was like literally like nightmare that night. He caught him and he started like going to the restroom. I'm like, go straight up to the restroom. And he like grabbed the bottle and like put it like this. And I was like on behind him. They didn't know I was with him. So I grabbed the bottle and I went underneath to the tables, under the tables, like walk in my knees, you know, like I went back where Pavel was and I put the bottle where all the wines were, you know, like at the bar. Like I went inside the bar and I put it right there, and they were like, "Where's the bottle, dude? Where's the bottle?" And they check us, and they're like, "I don't have the bottle. It's somewhere there. It's somewhere. Like, where's the bottle? What bottle?" And Chapo was like, "Yeah, it's somewhere there. It's somewhere there." He was so wasted too. Like, you're being dumb, and they kick us out. So.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So we start like going out, and I grabbed the bottle again, and I put it in a purse, and like this chick's purse, and she walked out with Pavel. And he went to grab the truck, and I was walking out, and Chapo got grabbed by his hair at the end. He was the last one, and I was just I always watch him. He's my brother, so I saw him that he got pulled away. So I turned around, and I'm like, no, dude, like grab him, like yo, leave him alone. And they're starting like kind of fighting between them, and the dude who was like doing a line to get in, he like pushed me. And almost literally, I felt like he broke my neck, like, ugh.
Oh, so
like
you don't
something
see it
like
coming,
that. So like, you motherfucking, and boom, blows him. Like literally, I'm like, when he like,
you punched him?
Yeah, he got
Michael.
down. Right? Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is a party story.
It was he like literally it started like. They started like the security with Chapol. They were started there, and this guy out of nowhere. I was just watching Chapol, and like I got like this weird, like it was a gnarly one. Boom. So like I literally hurt. So I went back and then punched him so hard, dude. Like he fell. I grabbed Chapol out of his hair. I was like pulling his hair out. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. It was like probably 8 dudes right there, like trying to pull us. I'm like, no, let's go out. We got out and Pavel showed up. Like literally it was like a movie, dude. Like Pavel shows in with his truck. We like jump in the back of the truck and take off.
Like the truck barely stops.
Oh my
it's like
God.
Moving still a little bit.
It was just the gnarliest party I ever been in Guadalajara. We almost got our butt kicked, but. And
then, so Guadalajara is not a good thing for you guys. Sounds like. Yeah.
Just party too hard there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not anywhere. You can't just bring a bottle like that. Yeah.
Can't get that drunk. Shit's going to happen.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Yeah, we were just young. And
turning into Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we just keep going, you know, like to his house, start partying. And the next day we're like over it. We're like, let's go to
Let's get on a bus for 7,000 hours.
Next day?
Yeah.
Back on that bus?
Next day, we're like really hangover. We're like, let's go. I'm out.
Good day to do it.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let's go. I was out. I was like,
bus ride.
let's fucking go out.
You
And
can have another one. You don't have to tear that one apart.
thank you. So this Chapo was like, okay, let's go. So we started looking for
Who's going?
Chapo and I.
Chapo, just you two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just us.
And Chappelle is literally one of my like favorite riders. Like from those dirt ones. Like, dude, he is so fucking sick.
He's amazing.
I always describe his 720s as two 360s.
Yeah.
There literally is
favorite.
two different. He's like 3. I'll do another one.
And it always makes me like, oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
pulled it.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
what did he do?
insane.
Oh, he just landed it. That was a
It's
720.
insane.
Just so cool.
He's
I want to
so
find
cool.
one for the.
Yeah.
You guys don't talk about it not being in there, but like when.
Chappelle 720.
Yeah.
Or just pull some Chappelle footy up.
Yeah.
But,
Who loves 720s too?
Yeah, those
It's
720.
got to be him.
Boom.
Oh my God.
They are,
Dude.
they're dialed. They look crazy, but
Ooh.
the
Over the
If I
spine.
get 720 like
That's so
anyone, I'd want that
amazing.
one.
Oh my God. I'm
know, it's
reposting.
like-
I'm reposting that on Instagram
Yes,
tomorrow.
please.
Oh, that's
Please.
amazing. Look at that.
And not just this, like he's just such a good rider.
God.
Such a good person.
Two 360s.
Good person, good rider.
Two 360s.
Him and his wife live in they're both riders and they live in a van and shred all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Both so cool.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's like Colombian steez.
Yeah.
So cool. He killed it.
Yeah. It's his line too.
Those 360, my favorite ones.
Yeah. 3s are amazing, but those
Yeah.
7s are like nobody does 7s like that.
Yeah.
So
True.
huge fan of Chappelle.
Me too.
It's funny because I saw him in the parking lot before the contest and he was talking about how he's like, man, I need to learn better English. My English is shit. You know, like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're pretty good, but like you just
It's
got to stay. You
frustrating.
just got to stay in it, you
Yeah.
know? So
It's because
he
his
will be.
girl's Colombian and they hang out with you a lot. Maybe they don't.
don't
are
speak
they
it. Don't speak
fully
Spanish to him
submerged
anymore.
in English?
I try to speak. I try to speak in English, but they don't really. You gotta just turn your brain off of the Spanish. You know, stop.
Well,
listening
you
to
came here
Spanish.
and got pushed into it
Yeah.
by yourself. Like they're together, you know, that might be a little harder.
It's harder.
You know, when
Yeah.
they
It's
have
harder.
So is
each
she in
other.
the same boat? Sure,
Yeah.
she's learning.
She's learning, but
Yeah.
Danny's hilarious. She has the
they-
funniest
yeah,
voice ever.
She's-
She's
they're
like a
the
little
best.
cartoon.
They're-
Yeah.
Just
I've never heard of it.
Little
Though.
cartoon character.
That's funny.
So funny.
So all right, so you and Chappelle are on a bus coming back up. I mean, your visa is almost up, right?
we're like 10 years. You know, like my visa was like 10 years.
Oh,
but
I thought you had a 3-month visa.
no, like 6 month period.
Okay.
Like only 6 months.
Okay,
So like, but every time you cross the border, they will like put you as
refresh
stamp
it.
again. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
So you could go for 10 years, but 6 months at a time.
at a time. Yeah, 6 months, and you have to go back to it.
And are you allowed to work? I don't.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Right
No,
now?
but-
What are we talking about? Back
yeah,
then?
right now,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But
But this is back then we're talking
Yeah, back
about.
Then. Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't work. It was
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything that I
So a 10-year visa must
But I mean, for anybody, all the officers, well, all the money you're spending, you were just putting back into the anyway. So it's not like it's like I don't know. It's all part of the ecosystem. So
yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
so-
everything that I work for, it was cash.
yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any like any checks or something
Yeah,
like
of
that
course,
because
yeah.
it will mess with my visa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if I overstay, it will mess with my visa. But I never overstay, and I was always legal, but
Yeah.
receiving cash. You know, I have to hustle, so
Yeah.
It's
no,
not
makes
an
sense.
option.
And it's not like it's huge amounts or anything.
Yeah,
Like that.
no.
It's
It's cash.
yeah, just
tiny,
little,
so.
just to go ride. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Survive.
So you guys do the bus ride. Probably sucks.
Yeah, it was amazing to be honest.
Was it?
Yeah, it was great.
Stopping in every little town, zigzagging all the way up.
so we're like, we got there, and literally everything was so expensive. We're like, oh my god, this is so expensive.
Tucson.
All right.
You made it to Tucson.
How much money does Chappelle have?
He won the contest in the dirt jumps,
Yeah.
so like he had a bunch of Mexican money.
Yeah.
I have a little Mexican money, so I was not touching my dollars yet.
Mhm.
I was like, let me guide you back in America, where we need the dollars for
So
America.
you're combined now. You and Chipotle
Yeah.
are like, let's
Yeah.
put it all together.
Let's put it together. We were like a couple at this moment. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're like, we're in Guadalajara still. So we got to the bus. Somehow we like asked this guy like, yo, do you have 2 tickets? And they're like, there's only 2 left. So we grabbed the bags, everything, and went there and it was gone. There were no tickets yet. I'm like, oh my God.
No.
All right. So we start walking and we got another spot, and it was like only like 4 or 3 left. So we got there and we asked them the price, and it was so weird. It was just so meant to be. It was like just half the price as the normal price.
First one, yeah.
It was just so weird, like half the price. I'm like, half the price? That's so weird. That's meant to be, dude. That's for us. That's for us. And we got it. So we got the bus, and we're like, okay. I was wondering why it's so cheap, dude. This bus like pull out of nowhere, like
You haven't seen the bus yet?
yeah, no. And we were just walking so happy. We're like, all right, but we're at this point. I wanted to go to Hermosillo and Tucson and go back to that side, but Chapo got a plug, and he say like, yo, we have some shows in Tijuana. You guys should be like, you guys show up here, and we got you back. And we didn't know this guy. We're like, all right, let's go. It sounds sketchy, but let's go.
Yeah.
Did you guys know about Tijuana yet?
No,
Nothing
it was
about it?
Yeah. Every time you look it up, it was like the craziest, gnarliest city in the world.
Yeah.
The most dangerous. So we're like obviously scared. We're like, but no, let's do it. Who cares? Like it's BMX.
Yeah.
Who knows? And so we like start like coming to Tijuana. So we bought the ticket and we pulled it this bus, and literally it was like I got in the bus, and it was like it smelled like pee, like gnarly pee.
Oh man.
It was so disgusting. Like, I'm so sorry, like all my friends, the Mexicans, and I feel bad saying this, but it was really disgusting. I was like,
That's okay.
this
That's nothing
is
to do with Mexicans. You just got a shitty bus.
shitty bus. Yeah, it was just really, really, really weird. I got there, I'm like, oh, this is so gnarly. So
That's why it was 50% off.
so
or something
yeah,
going on.
it was something
No
wrong.
bathroom breaks.
Was
so
there
it was
no
like-
bathroom?
No, it was. They probably did it. It came from so far away. Probably they were like coming for a trip, and they like pick us up, and
They probably don't take. They're probably like wait, and then people have to piss on the floor. Or something.
So
I
it
mean,
was
that's
like-
probably
it was
that's
that.
probably the reality of it. Is
Yeah.
like, hey, we're not stopping,
That
so
shit
either gotta
could've
piss
came
because you
up
think
from
of
the
30
bottom of the
people on a
country.
bus, like
Yeah, it was just it was disgusting. Right when we got there,
No
We're like-
bathroom? Is there a bathroom on?
Yeah, it was a restroom,
There's a
but the
bathroom.
restroom was not clean. So it was so
kind
much
of-
pee all around.
Yeah.
I was like, this is disgusting.
And everyone's just used to it. Probably.
And I was like, right when I got there, I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun. So, like, got my nose covered. I tried to fall asleep when just like start to hear some winds. I'm like, what the hell? And it was a chicken right up to me. A chicken. And I'm like, how the fuck is a chicken right here? I'm like, what the hell? It was so gnarly. I never saw a chicken like inside in the back. And he was like freaking out, like, da, 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 da. He was so quiet when I got there, when I was like trying to sleep. Like, da, 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 da. I was like, Chapo, what is that? I'm like, what the hell is that, dude? Like, this is so weird. Such a Mexican bus. Holy moly. So we got there.
Oh, man.
We're like, okay, let's go. So I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep. It was so many like police station that we have to like stop, and they will like check our bags.
search and stuff. Yeah.
Because we're Colombians, so thank you to Pablo Escobar. We're like well known for the coke, so
Yeah.
it was every single piece of our bags were like pulling out.
Because they check everyone's papers. You two are Colombian. So
even our tubes, like our air.
Fuck.
They will like put our tubes out, and they will think that we have coke there. So it was so gnarly.
Yeah.
Mexican goes hard on us.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Mexican
How
police.
often were the stops? About average.
Were they destroying shit too? Like were
No,
destroying-
they will
that's
like
good.
they just pull everything out.
Yeah.
Just really think you guys have coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Colombians going
everybody will know. The Colombia's still out, like the booze is about to take off. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, still here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Are you two the only Colombians
Yeah,
on the bus?
the only ones. They were like always taking the bike out. I'm
Yeah.
like, every time. It was like probably 20 times.
Yeah.
and
in
you
the
guys
whole
do
trip.
have the bikes and the weird shit. They're probably like, these guys,
Yeah.
we gotta
Yeah.
check everything.
Yeah. It was
Not weird
just-
shit, but like
but
different than everyone
To them,
else.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so we got to Sinaloa, and after like a long day and night, and this bus broke. Like, just stop in the middle of the desert, like, poof.
Oh my God.
Like, okay, all right, here we go again. yeah, if your bus having broke, it's not a nice and fun trip. You know, like it broke out of nowhere. Thank God it was like Oskar right there and a gas station right there.
Thank God.
And some showers.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we made ourselves home.
Thank
you know,
God.
like I talked to Chapon, like, let's negotiate the shower real quick. Let's see how much it is. We were trying to not spend money, so it was like 45 pesos. So it was not much. It was like probably like $5. Not even.
Like
back
$4,
in the
I
day,
think.
like $4. So we got the shower and we're just waiting. This bus, every hour will pass a bus full of people. No, like seats available, you know, like, and all the people will be like, you know, looking at the bus like, yo, like here's, all the people will go, but we were like with bikes and shit. So it was really hard for us to like get picked by somebody.
Oh, people were coming and picking people up.
Yeah, it was so many like
bus was
there. They were
broken.
like, they were like
fixing the thing.
ants, you know. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the last people, and it started like the sun going out.
How
it was
far
dark.
are you from your destination that you're trying to get to?
We're
You're
in
trying to get all the way
Sinaloa.
You're trying to get all the way to TJ? on
Yeah.
This bus?
Sinaloa
It
was
was
pretty far.
yeah, Sinaloa. It was so
So who
far.
are these people coming? Like taxi drivers and other buses?
No, other buses.
Other buses.
The same company though. They
Oh,
have to
so
be
they
the
would get a
same
couple
company
people
to
every
like
time.
like keep like hooking them
Yeah.
up, you know, like, and
So that
somehow
bus is dead. They're not fixing it.
no, he was dead. It stayed there. So
Everyone had to go.
yeah, so
Dude,
this-
in a very small degree, like I had that from the Battle of Hastings one. There's like a 3-hour bus ride or whatever, and the bus broke down, and we were just on the side of the
And it
road,
died.
and it sucked so bad. And
the
it,
worst.
So you
it,
can
sou-
relate to
and it
this at, like,
sounds
1
and it
million
sounds like 1/50th of like how much that sucks, and it sucks so bad.
it's just the worst, especially in the middle of the desert.
Yeah,
At least you had an OXO.
Yeah, at least.
yeah. If I had a
And-
shower there, I'd probably be
Yeah,
a little bit
you-
happier.
And honestly, it was a nice setup
OXO
too.
is like a 7-Eleven, but a dope Mexican version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And somehow like this lady pulls out of this weird house. It was there, like pulled his window out, and she just started like doing this seafood, like I forgot the name, mariscos. Like,
Mariscos, yeah. The
oh
whole
my
mix
God,
of
it was
shrimp
so
and all that.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so hungry, but it was so good. I was like, we Chapo, we're like, we want another one. This is so sick. We got the food. Now in. All right. Next one, we're gonna cry for the next one. So the guy show up. We're like running at the bus, like, yo, dude, we're Colombia. We're going to a contest. Like, please help us out.
Yeah.
We need to get to the contest. Like, please. Colombians, huh? You bring someone you? They always fuck with us.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, please help me out. Yeah, put the bags there. So like finally on the road.
We're
let's
Colombians. We're
go.
going to make your bus take 12 hours longer.
Yeah,
Because they're
right.
going to stop at
Yeah.
every checkpoint, but let's
Yeah.
go.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more like probably 15 stop left.
Yeah.
So we were at the floor. We were really tired. So Chapo, it was really hot in the floor.
So you laid on the floor.
Yeah, it was dirty. So I put a bunch of like shirts
Yeah.
on the floor so I could like rest. But it got really hot.
Yeah.
It was like the transmission, like get the floor really
Was the
hot.
floor because there was no seats?
Yeah, it was full.
Oh, wow. Okay.
People were, like,
all right.
hanging.
Wow.
It was-
Okay. Holy crap.
I couldn't stand up. I was
Yeah.
so tired.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm.
There wasn't
laying
even
here.
enough seats for everyone?
No.
Holy shit.
yeah.
No, it was
Like,
just
for
in the floor.
fucking So many.
All right.
Chapo
I
was
changed
right
I
here.
changed the Hastings things to like 1,000.
Chapo literally was like hanging there, and I was like right here. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna sleep. And we tried to sleep, but the stops were like every time.
And then people
And
have to
then
get out.
burning
yeah.
up. And, yeah.
Up in the bags, and we're like, oh my god, that was such a long night. The whole night was like that, stopping.
I always think about these situations. Like if you imagine experiencing that, like in BMXers as a whole, I feel like we've experienced like rough travel situations. And it's like, do you think about experiencing that and then just how much you're okay with afterwards? Because
Well, that's why I love
you
this
know,
story.
like-
This is like my third time fully
Yeah.
all the way through, and it makes me feel like the biggest pussy every time.
right?
Because I'm like, dude, I've never done anything this hard. to
I've
get
never
anywhere.
known. I've
Like,
never not had enough money to like have somewhere to sleep.
Yes, and this is the same fucking story. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
we got a long way to go
Yeah,
still. Well,
that's crazy.
are we halfway through? Where are we at?
yeah,
Probably.
Yeah,
probably
A little bit more.
halfway through.
All right, so
So we
All
got
right. I'm gonna take a pee once we get to Tijuana.
all right.
We can pause it there.
Right.
So yeah, we got double style. So we went to Tijuana, and our funds was dead, obviously. So much like we didn't have where to charge, so we got there charging in the bus station. So we were there, and somehow we got the phone number of this dude. Like he was hooking us up, and we call him, and he was like, "Yo, dude, I live in Mexicali. You actually passed it." You know, I actually, like, when I got to Mexicali, I went out of the bus, and it was really disgusting hot that I was like, I can't even open my eyes.
You guys had
here.
to go to Mexicali, then come to Tijuana.
We
So you
got to
already went through
Mexico.
there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I went out, and I was like, Chapel, I'm getting in. I can't even open my eyes. So I went back to this to the bus, and they were like having lunch, everybody, and I was like in the bus. I was like, this is way too hot for me. I'm not gonna handle it.
Yeah.
So I was just waiting. So we got to Tijuana, and this guy was just, yo, no, I live actually in Mexicali, so we have to take another bus back.
Oh my God.
We already went through it. I'm like, oh my God. And somehow we're calling to this stranger guy, and this guy was like, Colombians. And he like grabbed us the phone, like, yo. And he's like, yo, my dad is waiting for you guys outside. It's this giant bus. I'm like, all right, yeah. And they went out. Yeah, he was there. I'm like,
Who?
the dad's dude.
Yeah. The father of the show guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
had
he
a
was
bus for
like
you in TJ? Or this is you?
in
made it?
TJ going to Mexicali,
Okay.
and he was like just working, and he like picked us up. I'm like,
Oh, cool.
what the?
Nice.
That was so effective. Like that was quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're like, oh, it was meant to be. All right, we got there, got our bikes there. Let's see how sketchy this guy is, because he was already sounding really sketchy. We're like, oh, we haven't never met this dude, and this is really scary. So we got there, and the dude was so nice. He used to ride back in the day. He was like, yeah, I used to do flips, like, but this is my job now. And he would like give me the tour, like, so we got there. Finally, we got to Mexicali. We went through Rumorosa, like this canyon. It was amazing to see, like to watch. I was like, what? This is amazing. Never seen something
Mexico
like
is
this.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That
it's
absolutely
amazing.
is beautiful. No.
So it was like, and he was telling me like how many people have died on that road. Like,
Yeah.
I was literally, I was scared. And that bus was really, really high up. Like, oh, this is really gnarly. All right, I'm not looking down.
Like
And-
even the road down to like Ensenada and stuff, the freeway fell apart on the way down, like on the cliffside. So then for a couple of years you had to go like through the vineyard area to get down there.
You and
Yeah.
Chapel, bus rides
Mhm.
from hell turn into rockstar buses all of a sudden picking you up.
Yeah.
Party bus driving down crazy roads, and you're in Mexicali. Mexicali is about 2 hours south or east of us.
Yeah.
It's Tijuana's sister to the east. It's like the Phoenix of Mexico, kind of. It's hot as fuck.
It's
My
really
brother's
hot.
wife's from there. Pretty cool
Yeah,
place.
it's really, you can't even open your eyes because it's really hot.
It's hot.
And it's windy.
hot. It's
Like
desert,
the wind is
Alex
so
All Day
hot.
Bike Shop. Shout out.
Yeah.
Mexicali's a fun place.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff to ride. And they have really good Asian
It's a
food,
good-
surprisingly.
Yeah, it is.
They're known for
Yeah.
Chinese food.
So,
Not
all
kidding.
right.
So
All right.
the guy is shady or he's legit?
He was legit.
Yeah.
She showed up there. He showed up there. He was like, yo, let me show you the town. So we got there. So he started like obviously going to the bars. So we went to the bars,
Mhm.
see all the bars. He was like, yo, he took us in a pretty nice tour with his sister and a couple sisters. So we're like just having fun with
Yeah.
Chapel,
Yeah.
like this is sick. All right. So where's the show? The guy, no, it's like we're still negotiating the show, this and that. I'm like, all right. So where's the money from the bus? Like he's supposed to give us the money for the bus and
Yeah.
only give one bus. So which is Chapel's. I was like, all right, you got the contact, you got the block, that's your money.
Yeah.
And I negotiate with him like a random tool that I have. I still have that tool for my bike, like a shadow tool. So I was like, just give me that tool. Don't have to pay me nothing. Like we're good.
Yeah.
Because he like literally flagged on us. Like it was no shows,
He had no shows.
No shows.
The dude had no shows for you.
Yeah. We just show up there and it was no shows.
Didn't pay for any bus tickets he offered.
He
Okay,
offered bus
so you're in
tickets and we're like stuck there. We're
You're
like,
in
all right.
Mexicali with no job.
With no shows, no nothing. And we're like, all right. So what are we doing next? And he's like, yo, it's a jam going up on right here in Tecate. And I was like, really? Yeah, let's go. when is that at? Probably 2 days later, and we literally got really wasted the day before. So like Chapel and I were sick, like really. We got there. I literally got diarrhea the whole
The
day.
little Tecate.
The little
Having a jam
Tecate,
down in
like,
Tecate.
yeah, to the jam. Like, and this guy, like, Nacho was having a jam there. We were like, this jams are.
I've met Nacho actually.
Nacho.
Yeah.
He like had this land there, and he was like working on these jams, and they were really tiny back then. So we ended up competing there, and Chapel won. I got second, and then another dude got third, and I got the best streak, and that's how I met all the locals boys from San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Alex Casares there. So shout out to that dude. He helped us a lot.
Yeah.
And Diego, you know Diego.
Diego, he was down there.
He was there, and
Shout
he
out
was
to Diego as well.
he was like literally the only one who we could speak because Alex couldn't speak Spanish, so and we couldn't speak English.
Soto was down there too?
No.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Soto.
No, he wasn't there. So we were like, so we won, we got there. And after that, we met all the people from San Diego. So we all got our connections. So somehow we got this guy's house. We got another plug for TJ. So we went to TJ and to a church. So we ended up sleeping in a church. We're like, oh, this is great. So it was for 2 nights. We stayed there for 2 nights, and we went right away to San Diego. We're like, no, let's go to the other side. And we went to Claremont. That was the first stop we did. So we went to Claremont, and randomly, out of nowhere, Alex Casares was working there. He was working at Claremont YMCA. And I was like, what? And he's like, bro, you here? We got you. And we didn't have to pay to get in.
Nice.
So he like signed us as a like pro or whatever, so we couldn't pay. So we're like literally riding for free. We're like, all right, this is so cool. This is what we wanted. You know, like this is a nice, you know, like we only wanted to ride.
It's not 110 degrees.
Yeah, it's gray. The weather is gray, like free riding. And we're like, this is sick. Like it's just the sickest.
That's cool because San Diego was never on your like a path of. I guess none of these places where you had no clue, but San Diego kind of found you.
Yeah, it was just
first place you don't have to pay to ride a really nice place.
Yeah,
weather's good.
So we got there and we talked to Alex, and they were like, "Yo, can we leave the bags here?" Because we were out the church. The guy was like, "Yo, you guys gotta leave." I'm like, the owner is saying that you guys do drugs and blah blah. I'm like, we're like where's this guy talking about? Like, he was so cool, so fried. We're like, nah, whatever.
You were going back and forth from TJ?
Yeah, because we didn't know where to stay. Okay. So in the second time that we try here, we just brought our bags. We're like, oh fuck it, whatever.
Figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out. If not, we'll go back. Whatever.
And are you guys still like living off of the funds? Like how much money do you guys have?
I did have money. I did have the full money from the contest. So like backing Chapel up. You know, I was just getting money to Chapel, and I were like surviving with that.
Cool.
So we're like, I don't know how much money did I have there, but I remember I passed the border with $400. You know, like it was like more than $400.
Yeah.
Like it was good money, you know,
at that point,
to like
stable.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it was good. It's better than
Which now you'd be like $400. Fuck. Back then you're like, all right, I know how long I can make this shit last.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. So we got there and we call Diego. So we're like, yo, Diego, we're here. We're in SD, and Alex was like hooking us up in Claremont already, like riding wise. So we needed a place to stay. So we went to Diego's house, and he gave us a tour first, all San Diego. It was amazing. We were just stripping San Diego.
I don't know if I know who Diego is.
I don't know if you've ever met him. He's from La Mesa. He's a Michael's friend. He's awesome. Michael's too.
So cool.
Fair enough.
He rides mountain bikes. He doesn't ride BMX, does he?
We gave him a bike, but
a little bit.
Yeah,
He's a mountain biker.
Yeah, he pulled up together a bike.
Really cool.
Without parts winning. We won parts, and he was like, all right, this is yours, Diego. You're hooking us up. I will hook you up.
Okay,
you know, like
cool.
That's how that worked.
Yeah.
But he never really liked BMX
Yeah, he was
as much as he likes mountain bikes.
Yeah.
He always was like wanted to learn, but only mountain bikes.
Yeah. That's fine.
So we went to Diego's house, and he was literally living with his cousin and his good friend, his best friend, and himself in 2-bedroom apartment. So the cousin was living in the living room, and his best friend was living in another room, and he was living in this side room by the kitchen.
Okay.
And Chapo and I and him were in one room. You know, like I was at the couch and Chapo was down there and Diego was there. So he will go work for like 4 months, and we're like already 4 months, you know, like we're like, all right, it was already 4 months. I couldn't find job. I couldn't find.
Oh, you'd been there for 4 months now.
I've been there for 4 months, but I was looking for a job. I couldn't find it. It was really hard. I don't know why. Probably because it was not meant to be, you know. And we were like riding at Claremont every single day. We were just going there back and forth. And I remember we met the lady, the mom of his cousin, and she was like, "Yeah, you guys can eat whatever food is there." We're there, and we're like cooking crazy. We're like cooking, saving money, you know, like just trying to like cook for everybody and pay off like the rent because we didn't have a job.
At least adding some value of being there.
Like paying back. You
so
know,
he left. So you're saying he left for 4 months, or you guys stayed there? You guys were all did in 3 in 1 room for 4 months.
3 in 1 room.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
No job though.
No job.
How'd that $400 last? 4 months.
After that, I have to ask for my mom.
Use the restroom.
Like, all right, let's pause.
Should we pause it? Yeah, you got to hear the whole thing.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, we're back. You are 4 months deep in San Diego. No job, living with you, Diego, and Chapola in one room.
Yeah.
Somebody in the living room, and then somebody in the other room.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So after that, I remember Nacho. He had he has this business with beds, like he sell mattress.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So he sell mattress, and he like gave us $500 each to Chapo and I to go compete for the fees. So we went to Denver. We went to Denver.
Oh, the one U.S. stop of feast. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it was in Denver.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
We went there with Chapo. I broke this pinky there. Remember, Drew Hansen was killing it. Oh my God, he was so good there. Like, I was just impressed for how, like, I saw Drew Hansen like back in the day, probably 2007 in Colombia. No, probably 2009. Yeah, probably 2009.
He was something else to watch ride those contests.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he
Big,
like
big
inspired
courses
me.
and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like,
God,
wow.
it was
different, you know.
magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different. Like, wow, you're killing it, bro.
Wonder if it's crazy that this is all still 2016.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, Chucky. Yeah. I filmed that. That's crazy.
So you went there with some dude who owned a mattress company's money, like sending you out kind of as a sponsor.
Yeah, he sponsored me the ticket, and we
Cool.
went there. Shout out to Nacho
How did
and his
Chipotle
company. And I broke my pinky, so I couldn't even do good. Broke my pinky in practice, and it still is kind of messed up. And Chapotle did great, but yeah, it was not like we just fucked it up.
Those things are crazy.
Yeah, they're a little bit more serious.
Yeah, they were like, we're not even ready for that.
Yeah,
Like, what are
it's
we
like-
doing?
Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah,
Ride
we're ready for
BMX
Colombia.
was still around.
Yep. Yep. It was so
Had a street
nice though.
contest too. Wow.
No, I think it was. I
No,
think
it was
just Dennis riding.
Dennis, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brain.
It was so fun though.
Is that Colton Walker? This is a good little. Ooh.
Yeah,
Never
man.
seen him do that trick.
Darden.
Darden. Yep. Legend.
They should have a
Look at
fees in
that.
America.
Yeah. I don't know.
Crazy, they don't.
Yeah.
This is like the only one ever.
Jack Clark.
Yo.
Oh, is that Sandoval?
Yeah.
Dude,
I remember
he can do
was
fucking
killing
everything.
it too.
Dude.
Look at Drew.
I love contests at under the lights like that.
Baby
Varga. Baby Varga.
That's so cool. What a cool memory.
Oh, it wasn't a street course. They just had a rail on the park.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
was saying.
It was more park, you know.
Kevin with the gyro in 2016.
Yep.
So, you guys got $500 a piece.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's just a ticket, just back and forth. Like a round trip, sorry.
I wonder who would have even filmed this.
It's really cool to watch.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, we stayed at his house too.
Who was that?
Marquez, no.
Curious
Forgot
about it.
his last name.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
good.
really bad with names.
Okay. So $500, and then did you spend all that $500?
Yeah, the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we like managed some money. We just get some money from whatever, you know, like probably from home. Don't even remember that part, but we just having money for enough for like eating.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't go out and go crazy because we couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got there, and actually I got a job right when I got there.
When you got home?
When I got there to Denver, dude, Chapo met this random dude, and he was like really cool with us, and he was like, "Yeah, I have a company, like you can work with me." So I was gonna stay there, And Chapo was like, "What are you doing? No, come here to San Diego. Let's go back. What are you doing?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'm going back." I was gonna stay in Denver, and I was thinking about like Denver is gonna be cold soon. It was already cold, but it was gonna snow. Like, where I'm gonna ride? Like, I was fried. Like, what I was drinking. Like, I had my pinky broken, but that's why too. Like, I had my pinky broken, so I needed to make money because if I go back home, there's no job there either. So I was like, I'm not hurt. I could make more money here.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I just get more money and get back to back home. So I flew back home, and this lady started messaging me, like Lindsay, and she like started hitting me up in Instagram, and we start talking. And
a girl from San Diego.
Did
you already meet her in San Diego?
I did meet her with Alex Casares in a dinner. So we're like just. I met her there. So one time, so nothing happened, obviously. And
so you flew back to Bogota, though?
No, I flew back to San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything is just.
You still haven't gone home yet.
Yeah, so I went back to San Diego. So, and she was like, "Are you planning to stay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm planning to work. I wanted to work." So she was like, "Yeah, we can try. We can try to figure out something." And right when I got back, I was done. I was going home. So I called my mom like, "Yo, Mom, I need money.
Mm-hmm.
I need my ticket back home. And I couldn't make it. This is so hard." So she sent me money, and Chapo bought his ticket. And I was going to buy my ticket the same day that I got my money. The same day, Diego shows up, and he told me, he asked me that, "You want to work tomorrow?" I'm like, "I'm down, dude. I'm down. I haven't bought my ticket, but I'm down." So with that money, I bought some shoes. I remember Chapo didn't have shoes. I didn't have either. Like we needed some shoes for work. So I bought some shoes. I bought him some shoes. I'm like, "Bro, be safe home. I'm going to work. I'm hurt. I can't get back home. I've been through so much stuff that I got to take advantage of this."
Mm-hmm.
Keep trying. Yeah. You're like, I got another fucking
opportunity
chance right here.
Yeah. So
I mean, I guess what was your breaking point? Because I feel like a lot of people would have bailed out pretty early on,
It was just like I went through so much stuff that I was like, I'm not giving up.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is hard,
And
but
you kind of threw in the towel though, right there with the broken pinky and no job. And you're like, "Mom, can you get the family to help me out again?"
I threw the towel.
But then when you threw the towel and there was Diego came in, you were like, "Fuck, I didn't buy the ticket yet."
Yeah.
And I haven't bought the ticket.
You kind of were like, "All right, it's done."
And I had the money in my hand. I'm like, I'm buying the ticket, but I didn't. Like it was so timing. Like, okay, this worked out. I'm gonna stay, and I start working my ass off, working.
And then Chapo left.
He went back home. So I stayed.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. I stayed there, start working, and start meeting this beautiful person, and everything worked out. Like it was just a really nice friendship and relationship, and we ended up to like. I remember when I met her, Chapo still was there, like around there, and we were like sleeping. I was sleeping with her in the couch, like Lindsay there. I was myself there, and Chapo and Diego and his girl. It was
That's one room.
one room.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was just.
How long was that like a thing?
It was probably like 20 days. Like 20 days a
Yeah.
month.
That's insane. That's like a reality show right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
some
It
crazy
was
shit.
just
What
until like
area of San Diego is this?
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
Crazy.
in Hillcrest and
And do you have a car? Like, how are you guys getting to Claremont every day?
pedaling.
Paddling.
Yeah, from Hillcrest.
That's
Yeah.
hard.
And Alex Carter is honestly, this guy was, oh my God, he was an angel, dude. He will like go all the way there, pick us up. He live in Alpine.
Yeah.
So he will drive all the way there, pick us up, and go to Claremont because he works there.
Yeah.
And we will tread for the whole day. We will help cutting the ramps,
Yeah.
helping the, like him to like, because he was working there. So we helped him to like cut the ramps, make it nicer.
Just do random stuff. Yeah.
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 Just help in the
Sweet
park.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
ride and
Yeah.
ride and ride and ride.
Yeah. But those days that he didn't pick you up, I mean, 12, I mean,
Some days that he,
Hillcrest is about an hour bike ride from Claremont. I would say.
yeah,
Maybe.
but it was
Maybe
no bad.
on a BMX bike.
It's far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's far.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do it, but
Yeah.
over and over and over again. Whew.
You can do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But we were used to Bogota, so
Yeah.
like just pedaling on so far.
Yeah.
Mm.
Remember one time we got kicked out of my mom's house and it was so far. I was even with Chapola, we were just pedaling so far. We're like, honestly, we got it. So we're like,
Yeah,
we wanted
at
to
this
ride.
point in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
journey, that the pedal is for me. Yeah, that sucks. But
and
you're
from
like,
there, it was
got
like
this.
OB right there too.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, and it was downhill.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the way back, it sucked, but yeah, you tired,
Yeah.
then uphill.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, all right. Anyway, in Old Town.
So Lindsay, does she speak Spanish?
No, she didn't.
Do
So,
you speak English?
No.
At this point, though, I know you. At this point, this is when you're like starting.
What's the first time you met Dennis?
That was
Probably around those Claremont days.
Well, I met you at Rebel Cone Jam. That was in Mexico, right? I met you for the first time.
Dirt Conquerors.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Conquerors.
The Red Bull Dirt Conquerors.
Yeah, that was in 2013,
I don't
14.
know. Yeah.
That's one you got. Did you get knocked out of?
Probably no.
I didn't.
that
go
was
to,
a.
I didn't go to ever.
That
go
was
to
an
that one.
Empire Dirt.
It was a
That
big
was
rail.
Like the big roll. The dirt
The one that was
bowl.
the
It was
dirt
crazy.
bowl with
Yeah.
the cement
dirt
and
bowl.
stuff. Yeah,
So
that was
sick.
crazy.
It
Yeah.
was so sick.
It was
I got
sick.
hurt.
It was super sick. Bring that back, Red Bull.
Yeah, please.
That was really cool.
Bring back anything, Red Bull.
Come on, Red Bull. Come on. Do some shit in America or anywhere. Central
Yeah.
America,
There's
South
so many.
America.
That would
So
be
many fucking
crazy.
good ideas.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Mexico was sick there.
The
skate park. Anyway, so
you met him there, but obviously it was like you were one of
yeah, one of like a million.
100, yeah, 100,
Yeah.
200, 1,000 people going, "Hey, Dennis."
And I was hurt.
Yeah.
So
They couldn't show.
No, but I do think I
couldn't-
remember you because you were like hanging out. And,
yeah, it was Pat
Yeah.
there.
He was.
It was Pat, you, Tyler.
Yeah.
We were all
We
hanging.
definitely kicked.
Well, you were
kicked
cool.
homies.
You were
We're the
cool with
same
Pat.
age and like,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
like,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really miss Pat.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. That was the first thing you pointed out on the wall. Was
Yeah.
a Pat photo.
Yeah, really.
Um,
We knew.
Heartbroken.
So, okay. So you guys just made it work though. You and Lindsay.
Yeah. We made it work, and she like our first day was like at the beach, and we couldn't even speak. It was like probably 2 hours of quietness. It was really quiet. Yeah, and I was just going with back and forth with my phone, like translator,
Yeah.
like this. It was
Yeah.
like probably like 6 months or 8 months.
Yeah.
We couldn't.
Do you think you could learn how to, were you better at reading English or like anything like that? Like, did you,
I can read, but
is it still hard? Yeah.
yeah, like the best way is just like that.
Yeah.
Like with a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because until her, you were very submerged in Spanish speaking people.
Oh yeah.
Still, like that
Yeah.
room full of 8 people
Full-
or however
yeah,
many it was.
Spanish.
Everyone
Yeah.
spoke
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, everybody.
So then you meet this American chick, and boom, that's probably when you started
yeah.
learning
That
English.
she was like literally my teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then that's where I start start understanding more English and start like learning little by little, pick up here and there. And
and you got a job though at this point too.
yeah,
So you're doing.
I
it.
got a job.
San Diego's. That's when you're staying.
Yeah, and San Diego's expensive, so I was like trying to like like make some hours, and I was hurt, so I would like do extra hours. So I would just try to boost my ass and just do it.
Didn't you have a job in the daytime and at night?
It was the same job, but he needed so much work that I would just stay the whole day.
Doing what?
Like carpentry, like cabinets, kitchens.
Cool. Nice.
So I will literally stay from 7 till like probably 7 p.m.
Oh, wow.
And it got to the point that she was like really mad at me. Like, what are you doing? Why are you working so much? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm hurt, dude.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. I need to grind.
Yeah.
I need to grind.
I don't want to ever eat a tuna sandwich again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like after that, like it was obviously I don't want to eat tuna sandwich.
So all this stuff kicks off, and then I guess where does it go from there? Where does like bike riding come back in after the healing up and stuff?
I heal up and I start riding Claremont a lot.
Yeah.
So I saw Dennis there and OB. So I still live in Hillcrest. So Chapeau left, already gone. So I was just working and with the chick and living in Hillcrest and riding Claremont, OB a lot. So I start seeing you more there. So like, we have like that cool riding, like energy since the first day.
Yeah,
literally.
friends without speaking.
Yeah, we couldn't speak. I couldn't speak. And
BMX is like a common denominator because you say tabletop, you say can,
yeah.
say 360,
Especially someone the same age that rides like you. You're like, we're friends.
Flare bar spin is the same in Spanish as in English. So it is one of those things where you have a lot more words in common that you could bullshit.
Yeah, we're definitely probably like doing trains and like riding together before.
Yeah, I remember you were like, together. All right, follow me. Like just in your ass, casing the hole, everything, at the beginning, like falling down. I was like, oh my God, this is so hard. So like after you were there, I will just go train the same lines and we'll just start like getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
And just enjoying the park more, like until I got a little bit better at that part. Because when you get there for the first time, even if you are a pro, it takes a while to get used to it.
Yeah. Is it the box rhythm in 2016, right?
He's talking about OB, I think.
OB.
Oh, yeah. OB is like, it's cement trails. It is like there's so many lines and everything. So many
lines.
Yeah.
It's such a good cardio. Like I remember I would start for one point and it never ends.
Yeah.
Like
really never does.
Keep going. It's so cool.
Yeah. It is. It's one of those parks people hate it. And then they kind of realize what it is afterwards, and you're like, oh, really you just jump from point A to point B.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like interesting because it's like literally probably between Claremont and that, the most time like my tires have spent at a park. Yeah. So it's hard when people are like, it's a weird park. You're like, really? But I'm like, oh yeah, I've been coming here for 20 years or something crazy. I know every fucking inch of that park. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. So I don't remember the first time going there. It was probably on a skateboard when I was 6.
I used to see you there too.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't talk. Like how I say it. Like just couldn't. I have to be shy. It was really frustrating to be honest. Like it was like probably 2 years.
Yeah, it was actually frustrating too on my end. Like not that you didn't know English, but the more like I was like, I could tell you're cool, man. Like. And I wanted to be your friend, but it'd just be like later because it wasn't like let's ride again.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, see you later, dude. I'll see you next time. Like I'll pull up probably tomorrow or the next day. So see ya. It wasn't even no plans, just like later. And we knew each other's name, and
it's crazy that Chapeau's
learned fast.
Chapeau's doing the same thing right now. Like Chapeau is here. I feel like you're a little more established. Is Chapeau still in a van with his girl?
Oh yeah, we actually now live in a van. Like I do too.
Oh, okay.
So we like pool. We used to like we go to the OB skate park and we would just ride. Like ride, have our sessions, go work or whatever. And at the end of the day, we just pull up by the showers and just have 2 spots. And he will jump into my van. I will jump to his van. Like it's a little I will
cool.
open my
Oh,
two
yeah, you
doors.
guys are the switch,
So we
yeah.
have like this private entry.
Yeah.
At the turkey jam, they were parked next to each other, and I was like, "Can I park in your guys' backyard? There's no spot."
Oh,
So that's why my truck was right there. I
got
parked
that.
in their backyard.
All right,
That's
I
right
see
behind
that.
them.
I
And
see
then
that.
it was sick. I was like, "Dude, your guys' house is so cool."
Yeah. So we're like, I will just always cook not always, but I usually cook the protein and they will do the veggies and
All
so
right, you
we
guys
got
are still
our
doing
back.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
And they live together all over now.
All right.
Sick.
What?
It's sick.
Super
So that was all. That was in 2016. Like, at what point do you decide I'm staying in San Diego?
Well, everything worked out with that chick. So after a while, we decide to like get married. We're like, all right, I need my fit because like after 6 months, I couldn't stay no more.
Yeah.
So I went to TJ with her. We went together. We party hard, and the next day we just get a permit. And where are you staying? So at her house, and she will sign everything, and she will put the address and everything. They will be such a dick, those dudes.
Yeah,
They don't care.
Border agents. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they don't care. They would literally tell her like, "What are you doing with this dude? Like, what are you looking at this? Like, what are you doing with this?"
Yeah,
dude? Like, literally, they would say in front of you, and she would like, "Stop being mean." She was so nice. She's a good human being. So I did everything in front of her, and she was like, "All right." After that, she was like, "Dude, we need to get married. This is not healthy for us. This is so bad. Like, this is sucks that you have to go through this." And she literally saw the whole thing. And I was like, yeah, it's how it is, whatever. I want to stay here, but it's just so hard. And this is part of the process. Like, it's okay. So I kind of like found that jack, like a hack. That was a visa hack, literally. I would go to DJ, I will get my 6 months expired and boom, 6 months again,
Yeah.
I will literally buy a ticket and for 20 hours for like free cancellation. So I'll be in TJ booking my flight, 24-hour cancellation free. So I'll go print in my ticket. So I will show to the border patrol. Like, I have my ticket in 15 days. So I'm going to LA. Can you get me the pass? And it was like 6 months. Every time is 6 months.
Yeah.
So they will like put the stamp on it. I'm like, all right, I'm 6 months
Good
again.
for 6 months. Crazy.
So I will go there and cancel my flight.
Yeah.
For anyone listening to this, does that only work with South Americans and Central Americans? Because I've had European friends that got fucked over trying to do that.
Yeah. I
whole
mean, Alex
TJ thing.
Kennedy.
Yes.
That's what happened. That's what happened to
He was
Alex
trying
Kennedy.
to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I heard about Alex Kennedy.
Yeah, so look into that if anyone's out there trying to get a visa hack, because you don't want to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
think Alex-
Yeah,
I did it,
Alex
and
Kennedy. That's what happened to him. He went down to Mexico.
That's what I hear.
And thought he could come back, and he basically couldn't, and he
Yeah.
got banned for
7 years.
7 years.
That 7 years has to be coming
It's
up.
coming up quick. Yeah, it is. I think it's actually pretty soon. I heard that talk at Battle of Hastings.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's crazy. It's such a crazy thing when it's the means of it aren't really, like, all right, I would go this country and back over and then back, and it's just
Loophole. That loophole.
yeah. So you guys get married.
Yeah, we ended up getting married. We obviously love each other.
Yeah.
At that point, we're like in love, just blind to each other. We're just, all right, let's do this. Let's grow up from this. Let's work together and, have papers and be able to like have freedom.
Yeah.
You know, like, so that was the whole point. We love each other, but we didn't want it to like get married right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why you get married? Like, no. That was because honestly, like the paper stuff and the work stuff, it was just tough for us. And it was making so much work for us to make it happen. So we're like, no, let's do it. So we pulled it together. We did the whole thing. And it was beautiful until it didn't work out, until like learn English and she learned Spanish and we're like finally fully communicating, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this is not working. But it's okay. It was just meant to be. It was in my path, and I'm really grateful for
Yeah, you can't be mad at anything in that sense. It's definitely, she went out on a limb, obviously, like
She helped me
like
out.
vouching and all that stuff. So that's super cool.
Her family still say hi to me. Like we're still talking. It's such a blessing to like whenever they came to my path, it did this magic to me, and I'm really grateful for them. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So from there, it kind of just blossoms into more modern current Michael, or is there any more? Because after that, it's kind of like you're in San Diego, you keep finding jobs, and
Yeah.
I mean the story, you're on Haro bikes, we do trips together, and now you're all the way to being pretty much like a professional show rider at this point.
Yeah.
Is that too much fast forwarding, or is there more to that story of kind of getting your foundation in San Diego?
Right when I got here, and Soto got me into the BMX shows.
Eric Soto.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric.
Yeah.
So he like got me like walking me into this pad, and it was just amazing, like to like be able to live out of BMX shows, like I never thought about it. Like, this is amazing. It's better than construction, like this is so cool. I will do this as many days as I can, it's riding bikes. It's all I want to do. Like, and it's literally like a session.
So for the people who don't know, what does your job entail?
So it's like we pull out there to the schools in California, especially in California.
You're mainly in California?
Yeah, mainly in California, up and down, wherever the school is at, but mainly like probably in the LA area. So nowadays I work with a bunch of companies, which is amazing. Like probably like Robert Castillo, Sato, and
Dan Hubbard or something too.
Dan Hubbard.
Yeah.
With Monster. He does Monster shows, which is amazing. So like now, like I'm really blessed to like be able to live out of BMX. Like BMX is so tough. Like, it's really hard to like make it really happen. And out of shows, like I never thought I could make it, and it's nice. I really love it, and I love my life like that. Like it's better than, like how I say, it's better than construction job. Like it's nice. I will do anything in construction. I know I learn everything, but it's hard. It's hard work.
But you love riding, and you get to make money riding your bike.
Yeah, I love riding.
And you're never too far away from, what you got Bogota down there, but San Diego, I feel like, is your home too. You're always here.
Yeah.
And you got your cool van you live in.
Yeah.
You're doing it, man.
My cool van, and honestly, knowing the Anderson's family, they've been helping me since I've been here, dude. Like, shout out to Anderson's family.
Shout out to you. You're a great man. You're always helping us out with everything.
Is there advice for other riders that are looking to like live the dream or come out, because I feel like the theme between everything has always been like you had a connection, and it was always like through riding that you like found a little, even the security guard at Vans, like that, like
path. Like
like there was always this little
time, and you didn't even have enough time to give up because someone Michael, I got a job for you. You've been looking for a job for 4 months, and then you gave up, and this guy found it that day for you.
Just never give up. Always believe in yourself, and just keep pushing hard. You never know, it could be like around the corner, but you just keep pushing. You keep believing everything will be okay, and you will be fine.
There's so many points in that story where it was like you were sleeping on the beach, or you were really low, like didn't even have another tuna sandwich fund. There was no more tuna sandwiches, and then something happened, and then you're at the Praz's house, and then it would get crazy again, and then you're on a bus that smells like piss, and there's a chicken pecking at you, but then boom, you're like doing this next cool thing. Like, that story is awesome, dude, and you just kept pushing. And now you make a living riding bikes in America. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm really, really happy about that. I thought that I could never do it. I was like, there's no way I can't ride my bike for a living. But now, I'm really, really grateful for all the guys who put that work for me.
Yeah.
I love performing, and they know I suck at the bike because they know.
Suck at the what?
At the mic.
Oh, yeah.
The mic. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, they gave me the mic.
Yeah.
No, at the bike, no. At the mic.
Yeah.
They literally give me the show. Like the other day, I got.
So you never announce.
I do. Like, all right, let's make some noise for Eric. Let's make some noise
Yeah,
for
when Eric
Robert.
wants to
real
ride.
quick.
Yeah.
Just something quick, like
Yeah.
not going deep on it. Like now I'm learning, like, yeah, you gotta tell some history. And, you know, like back in the day, I would like, all right, let's make some noise. All right, let's put your hands together for this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta like somebody like Soto, he's a Tijuana native,
Yeah.
and he came over to America, pedaled over here, and he created that show company. And you know,
Yes.
it started out as a show. It started out as a show rider, and then owned the company. And now he
has
lives here,
fleets
owns a
of
house,
ramps.
and
Yes.
has a full company. And
Yeah.
I assume he's killing it. And it's like he's got to be like an inspiration in that sense too.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I remember him as a young kid, and he was like shitty English too, you know, like back in the day, like very, very back in the day. So
Yeah.
it's cool. It does work for people.
He used
Like-
to tell me all the time, I remember I was like you. Like,
Yeah.
you know, with broken English, but you got it, dude. Like, you got it. So,
that BMX family too. That's like
Yeah.
part of the story. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
because
the
if you
BMX
didn't have
family.
that BMX family,
Yeah.
like no matter how hard you push, it would have been even harder. But
Yeah.
you just pushed hard, and there was always a BMX family member. Was the guy at the skate park a BMXer? You could have just been part of the action sports.
yeah,
whatever.
it was part of the band crew, you
just
know,
like that
Yeah.
family, that whole.
Yeah.
It'd be sick. I
That
feel like
lifestyle.
if anything, it'd be sick if that dude, somebody connects you guys, because I feel like that was such like a pivotal moment. He like let you stay at his
Yes.
mom's house.
Because that was
He was
almost
super
the-
stressed out, and
I
he
think-
picked you up, and it's like,
I think
dude,
that was like the scariest part
Yeah.
of the story, where you're right there.
yeah, because
that
of
was
that.
one of the
I
scariest
really
parts.
I really thought bad things about myself, you know, like I got to that point to like,
You're like, fuck, dude,
yeah,
Come on.
I
this
fucked
could be
up.
bad.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
part's scary. Where you're like,
it could
whoa.
like go to like killing yourself or to like following to
being a street
something.
person.
Yeah.
You know, like you really could have got screwed over and been like, dude, I can't get money for a flight. I
That's
don't have a
gnarly.
phone. I don't have a bike. I don't fuck.
Yeah.
Coulda
Selling the bike and going home and just being defeated, and the story ends. You know, like that would have been it. You would have been sold the bike.
You had the family
Flown
back home
home.
too with a little tiny bit of help too, which was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Because if there was no family to ever send you that little bit of money to get home or no connect, you had some nice connects. You had
Yeah.
some good connects.
Yeah.
And you pushed hard. It's a good story.
But I mean, even then, like the family was like they had to call around.
yeah,
to
no,
multiple
that's what I'm
people,
saying.
you
It's not
know,
like there
it
was
wasn't
like
easy.
Yeah, it wasn't-
some awesome, like no matter what.
It was
you
a hard
find,
thing to ask for.
You would
I'm
have to
sure.
ask, and they'd have to go aunts and uncles and friends and cousins
Yeah.
and stuff to get you a couple $100 to keep going.
Yeah, because they used to like have that store. Do you remember? But they in that time they like rented, so like they didn't have like that business, so they were not getting
Mhm.
much work. You
Yeah,
know? So,
yeah.
like I was trying to like no ask for money at all, but I
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
like twice. So
Understandable.
But
Hard
now
thing
you
to
hook
do.
them back up.
Yeah.
Michael owns a piece of land in Medellin. You're going to build a house there soon.
yeah,
Really?
Doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm really stuck. I can't wait to like build my house, beautiful house, and probably
The
a
land's
skate park.
beautiful. It's like in the mountains. What is it? 10
Yeah.
miles from Medellin, the city?
It's like 10 miles from like probably 12 miles from Medellin downtown. And it's like in this cool area, like in the mountains. So it's really peaceful. And it has ion like water, like it creates water right there.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to like make probably 2 pools, like natural pools, and some cabins and a huge house and a skate park.
Oh wow.
But one day,
One day. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
already-
like
but you
One
already,
day. Yeah.
at 31 years old, you already bought the land. So
yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, Mike. Fuck yeah. That's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to believe that BMX have done all of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I have pulled it through BMX, and it's amazing. You know, like I don't ever talk this to anybody, but
Yeah. That's
You
a
know,
crazy
you
story.
just told
man.
it to a handful of listeners. So thanks for telling us that story, Michael. You're the man.
Thank you,
Shout
Mike.
out to the
Mine's-
whole
mine's
Colombian
pretty much
scene.
empty. Cheers,
To your
Mike.
awesome family. I've met them.
Cheers.
And to you for doing what you did
thank
to
you.
make this life and for being my friend. You're the best. Cheers, man.
Grateful
Cheers.
for you.
Yeah,
Have a
grateful
good
for
one.
you too.
Mine's sold out.
See you, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Later.
Thank you. Dale's Unclicked, Michael Mogollon, baby.
Meal.
See ya. That
And-
was awesome.
And Molly.
And Molly, yes.
Emily.
Thank you, Michael. That was sick. Great job. Beautiful story.
Thank you.
Now you have to go through and translate it.